you want to go through it and I can talk over it, it's fine either way.
I mean, that would be the easier route, but we're already here. It's cool, Karan. We do it again. It's fine. I'm thinking about doing a kind of like a giveaway for my audience, to where once a month I'll roster review them and then actually not do their GA, but go online with them and
Okay.
and like do a setup all the way from beginning to end. Okay, this is how we're going to plan for them. You know, this is how it's going to work, etc. And then I can sit on there, and if anybody wants any advice, or we can work together to actually do the battles. But the whole point being roster review and then set up for that particular GA. I thought that would be kind of neat.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah.
And it'd be fun, something for people to watch. You know, I see all these other guys taking over people's accounts, which my understanding is you can run their accounts, you just can't buy their accounts. It's my understanding. You can get banned if you buy an account.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, what time is it? 6:39. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the intro. We may or may not get a participant. I don't know, but either way, it's about me and you going over this anyway. So
Sure.
make sure any game volumes are turned off. Anything in the background for like YouTube's turned off.
Yeah, I just did that. Yes.
Hey, we got one in already. CCL, CLCL. All right, we got another one in there. Unless it's you. Do you have, are you? Yeah, you're watching it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and run the intro. Then I saw 126K, almost full Relic Geo team, and I decided, let's try something. I want to show you guys this. So the Jawa team, I got a 69K. I removed the regular Jawa, put the Relic 2 nest in, and we tore that thing up. You have got to see this. Look at Sunback hanging in there, hitting hard. Look how hard Sunback's hitting. Look at that counter. Is that, I mean, seriously, think about that investment. A 69K Jawa team and a Relic nest to take out a 126K Geo team. It's not always going to go that way if they would have to scavenger first. If you're stuck in a situation that you can't get through, what do? You find creative ways to get through it. So that is a possibility one day for me to slide through a nasty wall. Yeah, I did that 4.5 minutes on my alt, and I full cleared them. I put it all on auto. I couldn't believe it. And gentlemen, this is a little country rap, aka crap, about my fine ass guild at Vanguard CDP. Hope you can hear me. Here we go. Stay with me, boys. Stay with me. Get that TIE fighter down. Boom. We are hot. The dynamite has been lit. Watch out, Kylo Ren. Your ass is mine. Yes. 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 Yes, 57. I'll take it. And we got a full clear, gentlemen.
Mort, you there?
Full clear. If you guys ever want a good laugh, it's on my channel.
You want me to just share this?
I need to get inspired to do another one. I have no rapping skills whatsoever.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm as vanilla as they come without the ice. We can end up beating him with this team. I'm gonna shit a brick. Wait. How about Mort? Oh wait. That's me. Let's see. Look at this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hit him. Greedo, multiple shot. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Yes! Boom! Boom! Come on, baby! Boom! Grievous killer! They think I'm imbalanced and I talk too much, but we ain't getting no stars without my punch. Content creator unlike CG, trying to offer support to my OGs. I'm a spreadsheet guy, a geek with numbers. I love to teach, but cross me out, making my better move on. I'm gonna tell you, I'm wearing my special t-shirt. I am the Great Cornholio! Old Beavis, because the guy I'm playing today. Thanks a lot, Butthead, for the win. I'll show you that right now. He's got everything on defense, and real quick, because I got to fly through this, we've got offensive battles, 50 of them, and 65 defense. So that tells me he never shows up, and when he does, you know, he gets whatever he can get because he puts everything on defense. All right, this guy in particular, he did not have a GG account either, so again, we're going in blind.
Garvis knows best, fakey as his name suggests. Woj could use the names to confuse it. Better kind blowing minds, also broke the mold. Silver got gold, Obi got mind tricks. Woj cracking them whips, starboard off the ball. Kids with the biggest balls of them all.
Boom! 2 wins, Fort Mort, the Battalion. Another well-planned, well-strategized. Extremely excited about beating that Grievous with a bounty hunter team. Man, that made my day. Absolutely made my day. And looking at mine up here, it was at 224,000 at the time, which would have put me at number 9 and number 10 in the same ballpark with the 1s and 2s. So I was pretty proud of that. Then I went through here and I looked at this list, and I was looking at all the guys that actually have more banners than me lifetime. And almost every one of them has Skywalker and a General Skywalker and has Darth Revan stack team. I don't have either one. So my bloated account is competing with this. That's what I'm telling you guys. The strategy and the tactics, they work if you're serious about Grand Arena. So that's what I'm trying to show. Not bragging, maybe a little, but I've earned it.
Slick that scoundrel, rain form account, so cut up so rad. He makes his dad look bad. Freaky, what a lad. Gear whooping ass, real bringing class. JD, what it be? 2.2 GP, baby.
One other thing I wanted to show you, this is, I just started, instead of doing the old pen and paper, I have finally transitioned. I don't know why I didn't do it before, kind of like the old style. But I am now using Spreadsheet in order to plan for my battles, which makes it a lot faster for me actually. So over here I got the offense. I already knew what he was going to place because both my opponents were on GG and they always play the same thing. So this was real simple. What's he going to play on O? What's he going to play on D? What do I need to use against his defense? What do I need to block his offense?
But if you're talking about like some mid-tier team and you want to slice a mod to a 6-dot mod, it's stupid to waste it because that 2 extra speed is not going to help you. And at only a 6.7% gain or protection 2.1% gain, that's horrible. Think about the amount of stuff that you put into a mod. It's just not worth it. They're so expensive. If you're going to do it, for me, the winner by far is the health mod.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, you watch out, Mort. Know this, I won't play the same way. Likely won't even use the same ships.
Connor with honor, judge laying law. Baller when we call, ass on the ball. Axel choking foes, Connor breaking toes. Corey fooling gear and bringing up the rear. New cadets doing best conduit, or is it conduit?
Oh, it goes away when he
So
dies.
you're telling us the one time we need you to talk, you can't?
I didn't even think. Sure, I got by him. All right, guys, we are back at Fort Mort. It is time for Infirmary roster review with Karan. Karan, go ahead and talk, and let's make sure that we've got your audio right, buddy.
Hey, Mort. Hey, guys. How are you doing?
You guys are all familiar with Karan. Let me know that we've got audio. I know there's a little bit of a delay here on YouTube, but it's from my side. It looks like it's coming through okay. Once we get that confirmed, we can go ahead and get started on the roster review. I've got his account. Well, he's got his account coming through Zoom. We're looking at it right now. Yeah, I did mean this stream. Thank you, Dane. Appreciate it. I went and grabbed it. I didn't see anybody respond, so I was trying to do 12 things at once. You know how that goes. Audio, Karan, check. Give me a confirmation, gentlemen. We can get this started. Being that he's, all right, excellent, good. I was worried about that. I think, never mind. We're good. We're good to go. So, Karan, I'll tell you what, buddy. Thanks for joining the guild. I appreciate it. We're glad to have you. So, tell me what you think about the guild right off the bat.
I think it's a great guild. Everyone's really helpful, and everyone's really active, and they participate in raids, and like a lot of coordination, especially from you and from the other leaders. So that's the really important thing. Like we know what we're doing in a TB or a TW. There's no confusion, and yeah, I think that's the best part.
Thank you. We've got an amazing group of officers, and the funny part is that guild was formed from 3 guilds, me and Dan and his family. Actually, it's only down to me and him and his son now, but his wife quit playing, and then Drifter brought his family and like his brother-in-law, different things like that, and then another. Actually, it's 4 guilds. I'm sorry, it's actually 4. So, and then we've picked up people along the way. It's been an amazing ride. So, if you guys are interested in something like that down the road, let me know. It is an amazing crew. Is there anything you want to tell us about yourself before we get started, Karan?
Yeah, I recently moved to the Chicago area and I recently picked up the game. I started on the 28th of February, I think. That was the first day I started this game.
Okay.
So it's been around like 2.5 months now, and I think I'm doing pretty well. But we can go over that, and like you can point me to my mistakes or what I can improve on. So
Well,
yeah,
right off the bat, I'm not going to call them mistakes. I'm going to call them learning lessons. So,
yep, yep,
I've told you guys before, my account, my main is super bloated. My alt is pretty focused and really focused, and my other one is laser focused. So, that comes through knowledge, and that's what I'm trying to give you guys. And I always say, if you guys don't agree with what I say, that's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I have done my homework. I could go on all day debating, which me and you talked in personal about what other people are telling people to do with their accounts, and it actually irks me a little bit. So, but we're not going to get in that. I'm not going to get political. I try to give you guys good information without feeding you bullshit. So, however you guys feel about it, and the only difference is I'll give you the data to back it up.
yep.
Yeah, I
That's
can turn
perfect.
Kron up. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see how this is. I thought you guys said the audio was good. I got him full power now, so if he blows your ears out, make sure you say something right away, guys. You guys are disappointing me. I know it hasn't started much, but I'm only seeing one thing up there. See 11 viewers, only one like. Han, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. I just whooped another Han, by the way. Just whooped another Han last round. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, right off the bat, I'm going to say we're glad to have you. Thank you for
Thank
giving
you.
me thank you for giving me this opportunity. This is a two street thing. I mean, as a content creator, I'm very small, but I'm also trying to grow, and I think this is one way for me to give back at the same time, hopefully to give me a little bit of growth as well. Um, as for your account, I can only see so much from SW or from swaga.gg. Are you using .gg? You are, right? Yeah, you're
Yeah,
on there
I
because I
am.
looked at it. So it's a really cool tool once you actually learn to use it. There's so many things I still don't know about it, but from what I saw, you look like you're in pretty good shape. But let's see where we can guide you. Go ahead and show me your character screen.
Sure. So yeah, I went down the Phoenix route, which
Yep,
I know you detest,
I
but
do. I do, but
yeah,
it is the standard. It's the standard
yeah,
route. There's nothing wrong with it because you can get Thrawn, and I do advise somewhere down the line if you want to get Thrawn, there's no way around it, right?
yep,
The only challenge I have with it is Thrawn is a really good ship too, but with
mm,
the metas coming out, First Order meta as soon as they get a tank is going to be unbelievable, and
yeah,
then the negotiator before you know it, you'll be getting that sucker too if you go the right route.
yeah.
Um, do me
So
a
yeah, I recently got Yoda, GMY, like I think a week back,
okay. Well,
and I transitioned from Phoenix to my Jedi team.
excellent. And I see Geonosians down there, which makes me happy. My only question from you is, where's Poggle?
These three Geonosians are only for the ships. I haven't
Okay,
started farming Poggle right now.
that's fine. I'm going to suggest you start farming Poggle.
Okay.
Remember when I talked about farming the one with his ship node only?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to double back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you're going to want to get Geonosians and you have to double back later to get that ship to get Han's Millennium Falcon, you're going to hate
Yeah.
yourself for that grind.
Yeah. So I thought that I also have to farm GBA when I reach level 83 because I can't access the node right now. So I thought that when I started farming GPA, I'll start farming Poggle as well. Does that
Okay.
work or?
Yeah. So you said show me how far you are in the light side and dark side nodes. Yes, I detest the Phoenix. Everything about them except for Thrawn. And yes, Thrawn has so much utility. I don't disagree.
I'm done. Like I've done the eighth. I'm just waiting for nine to open up.
Okay, so you are all the way through. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you then. I thought you said you hadn't gotten through it yet.
No, I haven't started farming Poggle.
I
Like,
gotcha. Okay.
so
Uh,
especially like there are 8 battles for the month of May, right? So it's I can't find the extra energy basically.
yeah, understood. Are you refreshing 2-3 times a day with whatever crystals you got?
Yeah, I refresh 3 times a day. Just the
Excellent.
50 crystal refreshes. I don't do the 100 ones.
I wouldn't do the 100 either, not unless you're doing Cantina for a specific reason.
Yeah, so
It's
whenever I get like extra crystals through some achievements or something, I use them in Cantina.
okay, very good.
So that's
Um,
my second priority. Yeah.
Cantina, I'm assuming you're all the way through as well.
Um, I mean, I could do it, but I don't need those tools right now. Like I'm farming. I'm just finishing off Hera
Okay.
because she's the only one who's 5-star, and the rest of the Phoenix are 7-star. So I thought I'll finish her because I
And
want to get.
you're doing pretty good in arena with them right now, it looks like, too. So I would
Mhm.
also continue to just go ahead and go down that route.
Okay, so in my arena, I'm doing pretty well since I got the Jedi.
Okay.
So I'm ranked 289 right now.
Okay. So when I saw that, I was like, how is he doing with that, the Phoenix? I might be learning something from this guy. But apparently it was the Jedi. So good. And I see the
Yeah.
Geonosian ships, which I absolutely love. That was a very good play. I don't know what gave you that thought, but that was a really good play.
I saw a bunch of content creators. They were saying Geos they punch above their weight.
Yes, they
Like
do.
if you check my arena shard right now, so I am like 51,000 GP,
Hmm.
but I'm fighting like 70, 75 GP with the Jedi team. So that's pretty good.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Because my mods I think are pretty good for my level. Like my speed is pretty high. If you check my Bestilla, she's like 207 right now, so I can beat everyone at speed. Uh, like if you check her speed right now, it's
Okay.
like plus 89.
What's
If you see
Yoda
it.
sitting at?
So I haven't built Yoda to be pretty fast. I've like given him maximum offense,
Okay, that's fine.
but he's also at like 213.
If it were me, I'd slow Yoda down right behind Bastia because Bastia gives him that immediate boost, that middle ability. For
Yeah.
now,
So what I was thinking, like, I don't know, I might be wrong here, but I thought that first Yoda will go and he'll do his basic, for example.
you can do that too.
Then
Yeah.
Bastia will like call his assist, and
Yeah.
then he can spread his buffs to everyone.
You can do that too. What do you need me for, Karan? I don't even know why we're here right now. All right.
Sorry.
Nobody
sorry.
likes them. They don't care. Yeah. Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
right. I don't like the team herself, Hannah. I totally agree with you. I just don't. The Phoenix takes so long, and to me, it's a no-brainer. Bastia, and here's the great part about. There's two things I love about her early on, and when
Yeah.
you get her, she's got protection. So when you go to do the Galactic War, which everybody hates and detests, right? You do the Phoenix. It takes an hour to get through the Galactic War, if you can even get through it. Bastia, every
Right.
time that you go back into each node, you get your protection back. So even if you're down to next to no life, you get an opportunity to heal yourself because you got protection, and so on and so forth. And then the other part being, if you have high level allies that have JKR absolutely just dominates and does all the work by himself, especially with the protection with Bastia. So no matter what level you're at, so there's a lot of synergy there. What are your allies looking like?
So I think most of my allies are from the older guild, but yeah, I think they're pretty high level.
Okay, so you've got a decent amount of 85s. You're now in a good guild, so you're in good shape. All right, good, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the roster, Karan.
Sure.
Do me a favor, sort by power, because I'm sure you got favorited.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bastia. Yeah, Bastilla.
How do you say
I
it?
used to say I think it's Bastilla, but
Bastilla.
I'm just not. I'm not a super Star Wars nerd, right? I'm just a nerd in general. So he's mocking me over there. I love it. But I used to say Zeta. Some guy, one of my viewers, got me to finally say Zeta. I looked it up online, and I'm like, this can't be Zeta. Sure enough, the English language.
Yeah.
So let's see. By power, you're looking good, Jawas, Phoenix, Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters. What are we looking like on the Bounty Hunters?
Yeah. I'm
This is the
I'm
one.
farming.
This is the one faction I insist, no matter what direction you go, that you've got
Yeah. So
to have
so
them
I'm
ready.
actively farming boba from
Okay.
the Cantina store.
Good.
Because I'm done with Chopper. Then I'm farming Django because it has the ship as well,
Yep.
Bosk ship.
Good.
And for Mando, I don't know, I powered him up because I really like his kit.
That's fine. He's gonna have an incredible kit. You'll have to farm him whenever, but you'll be fine because you're probably gonna end up doing. I'm assuming Dangar.
No,
Or you're
I'm
gonna
going to
do
replace Dengar
Karga.
with Bosk.
Bosk. Okay. All right. So you're not leveling him in particular right now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also farming Cat Bane. I forgot about that.
That's fine. Cad Bane was my first character on my test account. He was the fastest one to get up. I'm assuming yours was the Phoenix. So you're in a pretty good position there. How are we looking? Let's stick on point. Go ahead and sort back out by Jedi.
By Jedi. Okay.
Let's see, Bastia, Yoda. Good, you got Kenobi. Okay, so we're a little shy on the Jedi, but we are working on Jolie. Good.
Yeah, I'm working on Jolie, yes.
I think you're losing out by not farming Ahsoka Tano. She's an easy farm.
Yeah, I'm gonna farm her after I'm done with Boba.
Okay. So Ahsoka Tano is a big one that I see on that list. Ferris Offee, people go back and forth about her. I think she's pretty good, but she's not near the meta.
Well, I didn't farm her. I got her out of the
Ally points.
store.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yes, sir. Do you guys
I
hear
didn't
that?
farm her at all.
Ally points. Stress it. Mort stresses ally points. Good. Glad to hear it. Go ahead and sort back by all if you don't mind, and we're gonna just scroll down and take a look at what else you got. So let me ask you this: what is your? Do you have something you just absolutely have to have? Something you want to chase in particular that you're favorited? What is your goal?
So I wanted to ask you, like, I got Yoda to like 5-star,
Yeah.
but to get him to 6-star, I think it'll be a problem because I used Mace Windu and I haven't powered him up because he's not that great.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he unlocks at 5-star, or I don't know. I got him for free. I didn't farm him at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I already used him for one of the toons to farm Yoda.
Yep.
But I don't know like which toons to use for his 6-star farm or a 7-star farm.
So I know there's a lot of hate for Mace Windu, but he does drive a capital ship.
Yeah, that's true.
And that capital ship eventually will drive you toward gas. So the question is when you want to do it. Looking at your lineup, in order to get 6-star Yoda, you need 6-star characters, and Mace Windu is the closest. So, in my opinion, that Yoda event is super easy. If you've got, right now, you've got Ezra, Kanan, Bastia is going to be a little while, but she'll get there. Kenobi's about there. So if you were to level Kenobi, Bastia, and Mace, you would be able to open him up pretty quickly if you're in a rush. If you're not,
I just want to do that before I reach level 85, before the Grand Arena.
How many Kenobis you got now?
Sorry?
Kenobi. General Kenobi, down one. No, not old
General
Ben.
Kenobi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
59.
What's the matter, CCL? Am I boring you to death? 1 in the morning. Where do you live? All right, 59 out of 145. So you got a little bit of way to go. We'll probably get there in about a month or so. That may be your best route. Jedi Anakin is at 59 out of 80, and he's a so-so farm. But the problem, in order to farm him quickly, you got to put him under Cantina as well, and you're probably farming something under Cantina. I can't even talk. That's up to you, man. I mean, Mace Windu's got a ship, and you're missing out on events by not having Mace Windu. So you've got your ship events. So I didn't farm him in particular, and the other part of that is Mace Windu will keep coming out of ally points. I know he's one of the ones I got 80 shards from. I've gotten him and Boba and a couple others, so there's a possibility those will drop out of ally points instead of having to farm. So I lean toward waiting that out and working Jolie Bindu up, but you're going to be waiting. But in the meantime, you got to remember, at your level, Yoda's a monster anyway, even if he's not 7-star. So I don't think you need to rush Grandmaster Yoda, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah. Even I was thinking like I'll wait for Jolie for his 6-star and his 7-star eventually, and then I can get Yoda. Then
you'll have them all at once.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But it'll be a slow process then, right?
Yeah, UK. You know my boy Moon. Go ahead and sort by all real quick.
Okay.
Let's just kind of scroll down. I want to see what else you got. What we're looking at. Right there. Hold on. Tarkin. All right, Tarkin needs a little bit of love. We got to look at his ship too. Thrawn's in good shape. Yeah,
I'm gearing up Thrawn right now.
Yeah, you can't get him until everybody else is 7-star either. So
yeah.
Already started on Zalbar. Are you leaning toward any of the metas? JKR, DR, General Skywalker. What are you looking
JKR
at?
is my first one, but I'm also farming tunes for Darth Revan, both Revans.
Okay, so you're not in any rush, but you're trying to focus it all the way in and just funnel them all at once. Then.
Yep, if I show you my Old Republic.
Not a horrible idea, but you may struggle a little bit in Grand Arena.
Yeah, initially I think I'll struggle.
Yeah. Which?
I'm farming carts
Okay.
from the ship.
Yep.
I'm doing Juhani,
Yep.
Jolie, and Zalbar.
Juhani to me was one of the worst grinds. I know people say other ones, but Juhani was the worst for me. But you got a lot of Cantina. That's the problem. You've got T3M4, Mission Veo, and Canderous all in Cantina. But Zalbar you can get out of Fleet and out of regular hard node.
Yeah.
But that's a good farm. But I mean, you're going to be competing with the hyperdrive anyway. So being focused is a bad. Overall, though, man, you're doing a really good job. Way, way better than I did.
Thank you.
Go ahead and jump out the ships. I think you're on the right pace. I'm not even going to guide you to go anywhere else. Just kind of look at what you're, where you're headed. Executrix sitting at 0 of 65 right now. I'm trying to remember what the prerequisites for that are.
It's 5 ships, 5 dark side ships with 4 stars.
In order to get the Zeta, I think you got to be 5-star Executrix though.
Yeah. First, you need to unlock the 5-star Executrix, and then you can do the Zeta challenge.
Yep. So you may want to. How many do you have? 1, 2. I see 2, 3. I see just the 3 Geos, right? At 5-star.
Yeah, I also have 4-star Imperial TIE Fighter.
Okay. And if you're going to work on that one, that's fine too.
I can't beat the event. It's too hard right now.
That's fine. And then you may want to ship over to TIE Silencer. That's one of the best nodes in the game in Cantina. And get him to 5-star on the ship. And, well, I don't think you need the actual individual at 5, but he usually beats the ship anyway.
Yeah.
And that's a great ship. And then, like, KRU can fit in anywhere as a tank. So it's a good investment overall. And eventually down the line, you need the first order for events into Open BB-8 and different things. So it looks pretty good overall. Phantom, Ghost, they go well with Home 1. It doesn't look like you're working on that at all, but they can fit in anywhere, especially if they're together. But yeah,
the Cantina store farming is a headache. Like, there's so many tunes that I need to farm from there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm focusing
Thank
on
you,
Hera
CCL.
right
Thank you, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, so I'm finishing on Hera.
Okay.
And now I'll move on to the JKR tunes.
Okay.
Mission and T3M4.
Just don't neglect them Jedi, especially because you need Bastia for that event.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know when I'll farm KRU from Cantina.
Okay, I would focus Bastia first and foremost because she's what's gonna keep you competitive. And then if you want to move, and she's got to be done for JKR anyway. And then if you want to immediately shift to, I mean, you can only farm once this month is over 5 of hers anyway. So you'll be able to farm 2 other people with your refreshes or 3. So you're looking at Juhani, her, Zalbar. I don't know off the top of my head who else it would be, but you're in good shape, man. This one honestly is really easy. Go back home if you don't mind. Dane says he's late on Geo's ship, dark side ships in general, and Cad Bane from War Store. Mission Veo is a ball breaker on Cantina mode. Yeah, I don't disagree. Do not disagree at all. If you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. I'd appreciate it. We're aiming for 150, guys. Let's see. Squad Arena, you're doing well in. Have you seen the new account video I put up by chance?
Yeah. In which you suggest bounty hunters, right? Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of get an idea of what you need out of all the shipment stores then, right?
Yeah, I can tell you what I'm farming right now. So
yeah, why don't you?
In the Cantina battles, I'm getting Boba Fett when I get 400 Cantina tokens.
Yep.
In the guild store, I'm getting gear if there's like extra currency, but I'm farming Dengar. And if Logray shows up, I'm farming Logray as well.
Excellent.
And sometimes I get Old Ben also from here.
Yeah, that one I always struggled with because you can farm Ben at 8 energy. So, but if you're focused somewhere else and if your guild's doing well, you could probably get away with that. Like
I think Old Ben is in the Cantina store.
Yeah, no, he's in the Katina node. You can
Okay,
get him
yeah,
8 energy. So the thing is, right? You're in a good guild and you got good allies. My
yeah,
account, I
yeah,
purposely left my account out of a good guild and out of good allies, just to see what
yeah,
it's like to level as a true free to play, no help type thing. So I wasn't getting a whole lot of guild tokens. So for me,
yeah,
I had to really be laser focused. You're probably getting 5 times the tokens that I get.
yeah, easily. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get away with doing that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and then in the squad arena store, I'm getting um, IG88 for his ship.
Which one? AJ8?
Uh,
Yep. And he's good for the
what?
bounty hunter faction as well.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't powered him up. I'm just getting his like
You,
shards.
you don't need to.
Yeah,
You can bump him up to 4 stars and you're good to go, honestly.
yeah, and as I'm doing well in the squad arena, I'm getting like 800 tokens in a day.
Oh,
So I
good.
also get HK47
Excellent.
sometimes.
Drop down a minute. There's somebody else in there. I'm trying to think who it is that you may want to look at too, I think. Drop the other way. Sorry.
Oh, the other way? Okay.
Yeah, I said down. That was my bad. Tarkin, that's who it was. So Tarkin may be a focus too, depending on how your ships are doing. You may find that you need to do him as well, but
Okay.
your focus is pretty good. I think at this point, but go back. How many's IG88 got?
I think it's 132.
50. So he's got 82 over. So he's basically sitting at 4-star now. I would shift my focus if I were you from him to Tarkin to at least 6-star at least, just because
Okay.
you're going to power up his capital ship some. Other than
Okay.
that looks good. Go on to the next one. And I like your idea about Slave 1 too. That's one of the ones I focused recently, realized I needed to focus on that test account.
Yeah, from the Galactic War Store, I'm mostly getting like ships. So Geospy or what else shows up here?
I think you can get, between this store and the fleet store, you can get all the Geonosian ships. So one of them's
Yeah,
a long grind, and whichever one's on the fleet nodes is the one that takes forever.
it's the Sunfac.
Yeah,
Sunfac.
takes absolutely forever.
Yeah, and also I'm farming campaign.
Okay.
So these two are my farms. But I don't know, I got unlucky this today with the Galactic War thing. I got like full team of Geos and I can't clear them. I've tried so many times.
Oh my God, you got
It's,
Geos in the Galactic War? Are you kidding me? Is it with Alpha?
yeah, with Alpha, yes.
Oh my God, I've never seen
I'll
that.
show you.
Oh,
I'll show you
God.
right now.
That's horrible luck.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
beat this.
You ain't getting by that, dude. No
Even
way.
if it's level 74.
How many
it's
multi-sims you
impossible.
got done?
I've done them all.
So you're ready to sim. You're just waiting
waiting.
for 85. Good for you. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think Phoenix is good in that part as compared to Separatists.
They are. You will. The Separatists are terrible there because they can't hold life, especially Magna Guard.
Yeah.
Another one of the arguments that I had. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Okay. Fleet store.
The Fleet Store, I'm getting.
This is where, like, to Dane's point, you're going to find Slave 1.
Yeah, I guess Slave 1 whenever it's available, but
Doesn't
like I'm
co-
definitely getting the Geo that's available here, Sunfac or Geospy.
Yep.
This is where I'm farming my Geos from.
Okay. I farmed mine, like, you're at a different stage in the game, but when I started mine, I farmed the majority of my Geo shards out of Cantina because they're so cheap. But from this standpoint, I mean, you're doing well in both arenas, you said?
I was doing well in the ship arena for a long time, but since the past 3-4 days, I'm struggling to finish in the top 50.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I mean, it's 50 fleet tokens difference at that point, so it's
Yeah,
not
and
really
also
gonna
there's, like,
it's not
50
really gonna
crystal.
break your balls too much not to have that extra 50 if you're not making it. So you'll be all right. You'll once you make top 100, you almost never go out of top 100 unless you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, so
You're
I
in
think
good shape.
the main problem is my GP difference. I'm like at 99,000 and there are like people around
Yeah.
145,000.
Yeah.
So I can't beat those ships, even with the Geos.
And you're going to notice there you got a 4-star, 4-star, 5-star. So that's where it starts to change, and that's where you need to get to that 5-star on that Tarkin, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's why I'm like powering up my dark side ships right now, my Geos, and I'm also farming Slave 1 from his node. So yeah, when I get him to 4-star, then I think I can beat the event.
Okay.
Because I think the main problem with I'm using Geos and the Rebel ships, the 2 Phoenix ships.
Yeah.
The main problem is like when I call my Phoenix ship into battle or as a reinforcement, they don't taunt. So they keep on. I want some taunt so that the enemy attacks that taunt, and I can use my geos to do damage.
Well, let
But
try. This is just a thought, but um, Geonosian Spy, when he comes in, if you've got the ability built up, when he comes in, he throws a taunt on somebody else, which kind of help you refocus that taunt. And so if you're not worried about Sunfox not getting that taunt off, and then I'm not sure exactly how it works because I never focused on the Phoenix. Maybe these guys can help, but I know the smaller Phoenix ship also gets a taunt, but I don't know if that's with Home 1 or how that's created. I don't know enough about their ships, to be honest. But yeah, you're going to struggle. There aren't too many taunting tanks in here without getting bigs. And even him, you got to get there's a certain scenario in order to get that to happen.
yeah, I'm farming Biggs' ship also when it shows up.
Okay.
I think it's when an enemy has target lock.
It is.
He taunts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also,
Plus-
I think when Slave 1 enters the battle, he gets taunt, right?
Yes, he's just not a very good tank, but he will get focused. So the route that I went, I did Clone Sergeant. That's who I use because when he enters battle, he gets an auto taunt, and then when he refreshes his protection, he gets taunt.
Oh, okay. I didn't farm Clone Sergeant's ship at all.
So that's no big deal. I'm just saying that's just he's not an ideal character. He just worked out for Skywalker, clones, Shock T. There were so many variables that I need him later anyway, negotiator. So I part of my plan was to focus farm him eventually.
Yeah, I think I made a blunder there by not farming the Toon as well as the ship.
Yeah.
Because my geos they die pretty fast. I want them to survive so that they can do damage.
Yeah.
That's the main. That's why I'm looking for a taunt, like someone to taunt.
Try changing your lineup. I'm assuming you start with all 3 Geonosians out front.
Yeah.
You can try putting the little fella out there, Phantom, and bringing Spy in as the first. I'm not going to say it's going to work, but Spy can come out and drop a taunt on them, which will kind of shift focus and then focus fire. You also got the option to bring Geonosian Soldier in, who, if his ability's built up, he gets 40% offense and something else. So try changing. You'll be amazed when you change your order of bring in and starting lineup how much difference it makes.
Okay, yeah, I can try that. Yeah, because I've been using the geos up front and then bringing in Phantom first and then bringing in Ghost.
Okay.
But it's too late. When Ghost comes in, like, I think only one of my geos survives and then they can't do anything.
Yeah, and you're in a bad combination because Ghost and Phantom kind of got to be there together, or all 3 geos got to be there together. So that combination of those 3 coming in are kind of rough. There just is no great scenario for those right there. But otherwise, I mean, you're doing really good.
Yeah, I'm just missing out on the 50 crystals by not being in the top 50 for the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
That's the only drawback, yeah.
Yep. Okay, let me see what else we can look at. Winner in a fleet challenge.
So at my level, I can't beat a full team of geos, right?
You can't what?
I can't beat this team right now, the geo team.
Nah, not with what you're working with. Probably not. You're not often going to see that.
Yes, the first time I saw this.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. That's the first time I've seen it. It's just bad luck. You're not going to win every day, unfortunately.
That's true.
But you'll find with Bastille, like when I was 78, I was seeing level 85s at the end. So if they're all 85s that aren't synergized, I could beat them. But if a full Vader team came in, I was screwed.
That's true. Yeah.
You just get through what you can. I really can't give you any tips on that other than the only other thing you can do, but the Geonosians are the exception, is you can bring in a junk team, get them to use all their best abilities, and then bring in a good team to wipe them out. But Geonosians have all their abilities, keep healing themselves, so I just don't see that working. But let's say if you run into a Palp team and they unload Shock, they unload Vader's big one, he throws his tabers, and then everybody dies, just from like level 30 characters or whatever, and then you bring your team in, you've got all your full abilities and you're good to go. And then the other thing with Galactic War is I like to start with my bounty hunters because they're lower, and I'll let them play all the way through until one of them dies, and then I'll decide, well, I'll replace them with like Tarkin, just one person, and then I'll play him some more, And then once they start getting really beat up, then I'll bring my big team in. That way I've got full protection, full health for the rest of the Galactic War.
Yeah, I can try that. I didn't think about that actually. I've just been using my strongest team.
It works really well. It's common knowledge. Well, I shouldn't say it's common knowledge. It's fairly common knowledge out there in the community. So
Okay, yeah.
Galactic War, Squad Arena, shipments, Cantina. Let me look at Squad Arena real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing really well. Okay. Good.
I think I can't really go above this because there's a big difference now.
No, you're just like you see, you got Zetas and G12s and everything else, level 85. You're not going to get there. It's pretty impressive that you're at where you're at now.
Even my GMY, like I've been trying to gear them up, but with these last two pieces, they're like there's like a level that requires level 83, and I'm on only level 80.
Yeah, and you're going to run into that too. You can only go so far. You guys got anything to add? Feel free, please.
Yeah, I'd love some feedback.
All right, go ahead, back out. I want to make sure I'm not missing nothing. I didn't really have a format for this.
So I just wanted to ask you, like, especially in the ships.
Yeah.
I can like change the order of geos. Like I can bring in spy as a reinforcement.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it if you want.
But what about the tank? Like, what tank should I use so that they don't target my geos? Should I use Biggs or Slave One? Because I haven't farmed up.
Well, the downside that you notice if you start them off right off the bat, one of them is going to get targeted. So once in a blue moon, you're going to get targeted. You're just going to get targeted, and they're going to shoot you down. But typically, that won't happen unless you got like Millennium Falcon or something looking at you, or a TIE Silencer looking at you.
Okay.
But see if you can sort by tank. To be honest, I'm not even sure if you can.
Yeah, I can just.
Okay, there you go. So you got Sunfok, who is a tank, but he needs to be beefier. Biggs is the closest thing you're looking at right now. You're not going to see Houndstooth for a minimum of probably 2 months. If you're maybe longer, to be honest, because boss takes a while to grind. The one thing that I did do was Umbra and Starfighter was one I did just because it was a clone and you need them down the line anyway. And then Clone Sergeant was another one that I chose. I actually slowed on Baron. Go back down or up. Sorry, up. By the way, I know I'm confusing you. I guess that's it. So I mean, looking at it from, there aren't many permataunts, but to me, Clone Sergeant was the one that I'd immediately bring him out as a first reinforcement. And I did this on all my accounts, and it always worked well, especially early on. Still works now, to be honest. He's got a great taunt ability because when he uses his third ability, he heals and protects himself again. And when he has protection, he keeps taunt. So it's a good ability to take a few hits anyway.
Yeah. So do you suggest I should start farming him right now, or?
I honestly, I think you're going to be okay. I think you're over worrying the top 50 right now. I think you're focused more than arena. You can look at it both ways, but I think more than anything, I'm just big on getting the Zetas, and you're not going to get the Zetas unless you get particular ships. And I mean, that ship in particular will help you, but you're going to have to get all the way to 5-star. And the way you're looking right now, Biggs is the answer because he's a tank and he's 3-star already. Actually, what does it go next? 30, 65. So you're pretty close to 4-star now.
Yeah.
I just don't know how many shards of Biggs you've got. What do you guys think?
I have 78 out of 30, I think, right? Oh, of the character, you mean?
See, like CCL's saying, and that's why I said, that's why I was kind of leaning toward that too, is Umbra and Starfighter. He says he's got a R75s, a 1 Zeta, and it has 200,000 plus combined max health and protection. It is a beefy ship. It's armored.
I think I'm pretty far from an R7 character.
Yeah. His point, though, is it's got a lot of health and protection.
Yep. So I also get like big shards sometimes, but not that frequently. But I can show you.
I've never been a huge fan of Biggs myself, but again, it's preference. I like the thought of the clones over the rebels. The rebels just don't have much use, while the clones have a ton of use.
Yeah.
You know, you look at they're required for Shock T, they're required for Skywalker, the Skywalker event, and when they're teamed together, even a clone team does okay without that leadership. So, and then Rex is an amazing leadership. So, You
Yeah.
may. I kind of lean toward Dane there with the or CCL with the Umber Starfighter, and it's really easy to farm. If I remember, it's in one of the stores.
Yeah, I see it in the Fleet Arena store sometimes. Yes.
He's not big on clone farms. Five is easiest to farm, but he already committed in Fleet Arena. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
haven't started clones at all.
but I mean, if you're talking about right straight to the point, it looks like Biggs is probably the route to take. Clone Sergeant is really easy to farm. He comes out of ally points. He's so easy to get. I mean, they gave it to you like right away. Personally, I would chase the Clone Sergeant if you're that worried about a tank right now. That's a tough call,
Okay.
man. That it really is a tough call.
Yeah.
I
Because
would.
I find like Geos, they do very good damage, but they die off too easily, especially
Yes.
my Spy.
Yeah, they die really quickly if you're not taking good care of them.
I mean, once I get Houndstooth, then I'll be set, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's the man.
Yeah, he's like so tanky.
The minute you get him, it's unbelievable how good he is.
Yep, I'm just gonna unlock him as soon as I reach level 85. I don't care what star level it is. I'm just gonna unlock it and start using it.
Yeah, fives is easy to farm. I agree with you, but again, that's up to what he wants to do. This is one of the ones I'm not really going to tell him he needs to do. He's not a hard farm. He's in a couple of places. Look, you got him in Fleet and Cantina right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where his ship is. Click on his ship and see where that's at. 'Cause I know that's fairly easy farm too. Just thinking his situation, he already has 4 stars for Biggs. Yeah, I agree, Dane. Biggs is already there. It's going to be the quickest route. There's Fleet Store right there, and I mean you get a lot of Fleet tokens, so you've got the opportunity. But you're also farming your Geonosians out of that store too.
Yeah, I'm mainly farming Geonosians, yes.
Yeah. What do you got, Mandalore? Hey, buddy, welcome. Good to have you.
So I was thinking of using Slave 1 as my taunt. That's not a good idea, right? You said he's not that tanky.
Who?
Slave 1, Boba's ship.
He's a really cool ship, but he's not tanky. I have not. I've never like put a ton of defense on him to affect his ship, but I'm not sure if it would even work. He's great for target lock for AOE, but he's got to have that survivability thing. And if he doesn't have another tank holding him, he's nice because he's got counter when he comes in. If you put him up front, he won't tank. He's got to come in, but he takes a lot of damage really fast.
Okay.
To answer your question about Grief, I never opened him, to be honest. I've only seen what the larger content creators are doing. From what I'm seeing, he seems okay, but the Mandalorian seems better. 3C on hard node fleet. 3B. 3B on hard node fleet. So, So you're not even... How far are you into fleet battles?
I
Forgot about that.
I'm on 3. I'm stuck on 3.
Oh, you're not doing bad. You're doing pretty good, actually. So they right there, you've got the Umberan Starfighter right there, too, but it's a slow grind.
Yeah.
That's why I tell you, I suggest going the other route, because you're going to want to utilize this for Zalbar, Bastia, Jolie, Slave 1 even. I farm Slave 1 out of here as well.
So yeah, right now I'm farming Slave 1, Sunfac, and Karth. That's my farm right now from the fleet.
Okay. That's fine. You can do that too.
I mean, Bastia, I'm just farming from the regular store, from the dark side.
Okay. Mandalorian, again, I love Kara's stun ability, but she's basically only made to go against one faction. So if I was to put her anyway, it'd probably be with the Rebels, but she hits pretty soft. I don't know why that does that. I need to get in the back of the house behind that. I got a guy working on that, guys. I'm sorry that it blocks that. 2 emojis and it kicks him out. For your scoundrels, that may not be a bad idea. I just don't know enough about it, but I'll be honest, I don't know that she'd fit in the bounty hunter faction. I mean, we've got like 12 bounty hunters, maybe more now. But the bounty hunters, the key is, and I'll say it over and over and over, they, early on for new gamers, you've got all these events that they can go in and they can get you those rewards. Early on, get in a good guild. It's just like, you got to get in a good guild. If you're not getting in a good guild, you're not getting rewards. If you don't have a 7-star character right away, you're not getting 7-star rewards. And your bounty hunters are always going to be viable, especially going after boss. Their ships are good. I mean, there's so many reasons to do bounty hunters. If you're going to level, starting off, usually you do 2 or 3 factions that you're chasing. I don't care what your other 2 are. You can choose whatever you want, but I will say it till the day I die. The bounty hunters are one of those 3. What else we got? Move to the left side of the screen and see what else we got over there. Now, what are you doing? How are you doing with modding? Are you full on mods yet? Are you having it at the point where you got to sell them yet?
Yeah, I'm full on mods.
Okay, good.
All 5 dot mods on my characters.
You got all 5 dot mods.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, I haven't modded some characters like Zalbar because I don't use them. But
no. Yeah, you're just bloating GP at that point. That's good. Excellent. Most Oh, I saw 3 dot.
Yeah. Those characters I don't use. So
yeah, no, that's fine. As long as your usable characters are all at 5 dot mods. Don't level your 3 dot mods at this point. Whatever you do. I know you had to do it early on. We all do, but don't do it at this point. What Dane said.
I just sell the 3 dot mods, whatever I get right now. I just power up my 5 dot mods.
Gotcha. Okay, good. That's excellent. How is your understanding with mods? Like, what mods you should keep and what you shouldn't, even though you don't know where they're going to go?
I think I saw your video about it. Like, what I do is like I divide it into like offensive stats and defensive stats.
Okay.
And if a mod has like, so there are six things, right? One is the set. Like this is an offensive set, right?
Yes.
So this is an offensive set. Its primary stat is offense.
Excellent.
And so if you add all of these up, there are like 6 things, right?
Yep.
So I think I'm at a stage where I can keep like those mods which have like 5 things in the same direction, like 5 offensive stats or 5 defensive stats.
Yep, that's a good mod. I mean, your squares are always going to be offense. I'm sure you figured that out by now. So no matter what, you're going to be stuck with offense, even for a defensive player. But if you can get offense on offense, that's amazing. If you can get offense on offense on offense, it's even more amazing. But you've got protection and speed on there. A lot of protection.
I don't like this mod that much. I don't like offense, secondary offense.
I don't like it for him in particular, but it fits the bill right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't have anything better than this right now.
I'm actually impressed with how many credits you got at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I hoard them up. I don't use them a lot. Like I don't power up every mod I get.
That's good.
So this mod is pretty good because it has like a offense percentage and offense as secondary.
Gotcha. Now I see there's some level 3 mods there. What's that about?
So those were only to unlock the stats. I just powered them up to unlock and see if I want to.
So you're gonna power that up or you're gonna sell it?
I'm gonna sell the ones which don't have speed.
Okay.
And also like the 5, if there are 5 stats in the same, like 5 offensive stats or 5 defensive stats, then I'll keep it. If it's 4 or below 4, then I sell them.
Did you watch the mod video I did?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. I said take it with how you want, but in that one video, it kind of just gives you an easy way to figure out how to sell them. That's why I was asking about the 3, because that's the method I use. If I don't go 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, and 9s, I sell. 12s, I save. Unless it gets to 12 and I hate it, then I sell it immediately. If it's a 12 that I may do later, then I keep it.
Yeah, I think I'm falling behind on selling the mods that I want to sell.
Yeah.
Like I just want to get like a full inventory and then I'll think of selling them.
Yeah.
But I know which ones to sell.
Okay, good. It looks like you got a good start on that. Don't sell everything. Like, don't rely on speed for every single mod. Please don't rely on it for every single mod. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Oh, we're having fun. Mondo big waffler. Literally gear 9. Don't ask questions if you don't want to listen to answer, pal. First team I did was Jedi. Actually did clones first. Nothing wrong with that. Get crit damage triangles. So good. I agree. Jedi second. I got some of those. I'm amazed how much fleet credit he has. I know. It's crazy. He's hoarding. Literally though, I got a lot of health mods on my characters. My ships suck, Mando. You need speed. I got some new characters, honestly. Okay. So like he was sitting
This
at,
is my best mod if you want to look at it. It has like 20 speed. It was like, oh,
if it wasn't for that damn defense, right?
yeah, I hated that defense,
But
but it's
if you
still
look at
worth
it
it.
though, you got offense, crit damage, crit chance, offense, speed. No, I'm gonna say something here that cracks me up that people don't see. So when you got somebody that you're throwing crit damage on, right?
Yeah,
And you get somebody to like, I seen a guy the other day that was in my against me in Grand Arena. He had 216% crit damage. That's huge, right?
yeah,
You know what his crit chance was?
no, it was
23.
like really low.
23. So
Yeah,
one in 5 shots, he's going to hit me pretty hard. But what's the point if you're not going to get your crit chance to at least 50%? You know what I mean? 40
yes.
at least.
So for Yoda, I wasn't sure. Should I use offense as the primary stat for the triangle or crit damage? I wasn't sure about that.
I missed that part. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, Karan?
So yeah, so I'm asking like for Yoda, especially for GMY, on the triangle, I'm not sure whether to use crit damage or offense percent as the primary stat.
Offense is pretty good, but drop him, hit that minus sign right there. And then scroll down till you see we got crit damage. Where was that? You got crit chance at 28.37. Okay, scroll back down a little bit more. Other way, I'm sorry. Crit chance 24% on special.
Yeah,
So his crit chance is pretty low. So right now
yeah,
you got a crit damage triangle on him. This is not my area of special expertise. What do you guys think for Yoda? I'm a big fan of Yoda with crit chance and offense, personally, because the way I look at it is crit damage isn't going to do you any good unless you can actually crit, right?
yeah,
So for me, like when I did Greedo and I made him 86% plus the leadership, he's over 110% crit chance. So he's going to crit every single time. I'd rather have you critting every single time at 150% than critting 20% of the time at 180%. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's true.
So
Yep.
that's the way I look at it. Whatever you do, don't get rid of that. Obviously, there are some characters that high crit, that you can put that on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And from the modding standpoint, you can look at different things. So if you go to his actual character screen, this is one of the things I'd really like to get more knowledgeable about. Man, chat is flying because of Mandalorian Martin there. You from all that. Thank you, CLCL, for keeping up with that. I appreciate it. You're the man. Always crit damage and crit chance set on big hitters. I agree. Good point. Potency, that's another one. You're right. Potency's a good one for Yoda. Yep. He's got a hit. Put a lot of health on my characters, so I wanted to know. Health is good for some characters and not needed for others. Turn removal game is control tool way too important. Yeah, you're right, Dane. Absolutely. So to Dane's point, his third ability removes turn meter. So if
yeah,
you click on Unstoppable Force, if he's got low potency, and I've seen Yoda's get dodged a lot because he doesn't have high potency. So you need to be able to make contact. Wouldn't that be, that could be accuracy though, couldn't it, Dane? Because potency is more of a, for a dot. I would
I
think that
think
would
at
be
my
accuracy.
level, my Yoda hits like he's pretty accurate. He doesn't miss a lot.
Okay, go ahead and click off of there and then go to the 3-bar graph there in the circle on the right. So if you scroll up a little bit, well, first of all, you'll see here he's tactical, right? So a lot of people neglect this. His tactics increase physical damage, special damage, and resistance. So those are, to me, that tells me that's what he's meant for. And also look at his mastery, increases accuracy, critical avoidance, and damage. Now, does that mean I want to necessarily put a crit avoidance arrow on him? No. I mean, it may turn out to be a good thing. I don't know. But for me, if I was going to slow him down any, the only place you're going to get accuracy is off of an arrow. And I think I actually tested that once and didn't have any real issue with it. Especially when you put him in a JKR team, when JKR is so fast, I don't know that Yoda really needs that intense speed in the 250s. And then if you just scroll down a little bit more and you can look at his other stats, and you kind of get a feel for that from the base. So his base is 150. We've added 36%. So he's crit damage is 186%. His potency is really low at only 42.77. But his point, Dane's point, that may need to come up. It may help you out.
Okay.
Tenacity wouldn't hurt as a spare, as a fourth on a mod. Go ahead and scroll some more. But again, this is not my specialty. So far, I'm all over chat with this one, helping out. Hey Andrew, welcome. He says I look for crit chance in the secondaries and offense mods. Yep, I love crit chance mods. They're just so hard to find. Once you get to high gear, the crit chance increase with it. Yes, and to that point, like I hear people all the time talk about Vader not critting. My Vader crits all the time because he's got a crit chance triangle all the time. Potency to remove turn meter and hit that stun. That's a good point too. Yoda's got the stun. That's what I love about these guys. And stuns, if below 100%, potency is for stuns and turn meter manipulation. Stuns, if below 100%, potency is for stuns. Yeah, it might be. CL confirms. Love it. I'd probably improve Cara Dune, a Mandalorian. Boy, we got a bounty hunter, boy. He's even got it in his name. James King's ability. Hey, Moon, what's going on, buddy? Just popping in quickly before bed, so lots of nerdy math, and it's better to have offense on characters that deal special damage and offense on special damage. Yoda does both, so either work. That's what I was saying earlier. I prefer mine with offense. We're just trying to figure out, and I told him this is not my specialty. This is the only part of the game I'd like to really improve on some more.
So do you suggest I change the mod somehow?
Well, look at his offense.
His special offense?
Either one. I mean, they're both different, and that's so. There's your special offense. It's pretty good. 1217. That's pretty high at your level. That's really high at your level.
Because I have offense on like the primary stat for each mod that I can get.
Okay, and that may work with your team currently, especially under Bastille, because you have a lot of protection, which means you're potentially one-shotting people. But as you get bigger, and you start seeing people that are going to start going through your protection. That's probably going to change, I would guess.
Okay.
But as for right now, you might be in good shape. But what I was getting to early is don't throw everything away. I suggest if you see an accuracy arrow, keep a couple. If you see some crit avoidance arrows, keep a couple. My Jawas, I had to go and farm to get my crit avoidance arrows to get that to work because I always threw them away. The only thing that I agree with everybody on for the most part, and I still keep a few, is defensive arrows because you never know where you'll need them. Health mod arrows is great for guys like Grievous, stuff like that.
Okay.
So every stat in the game can be utilized. The question is where to utilize it, right? And there are some pretty good websites out there that can. We actually have one in our modding channel that Dan posted and pinned that you can go to, and it's a website that's for free. And it'll give you recommendations. Again, we take that with a grain of salt because everything changes depending on who you put in your lineup.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you really? CL says he sees himself as a mod guru because his dad paid him to do his account. That's awesome. Hello, Macias. Oh, man. It's so funny. Like, there are guys like Macias that are out there that do modding, you know what I mean? And but to know every single character, just everything that they possibly need, it's impossible. You just can't do it. You know what I mean? They can definitely improve your lineup 100-fold without a doubt. But when you put 4 offense on, you still have the rest to put potency. Was my choice. It's good for raids also. Potency in the cross. Yes, 100%. If you put it on the plus sign. Dane, I don't know why you got blocked there. Basic is used a lot more, so I'd go with that. Physical, so crit damage and crit chance, but offense is also fine at this stage. Offense will be better for his big hit third ability. Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point, Moon. Did you get that? Let's see. 120% potency on Dooku. Oh my goodness. Overdid it there. Yeah, they'd have to have 220% tenacity. I don't think there's any nest that could get through that one. But don't micromanage it too much. It's not a huge difference between the two, but it's a good general rule. Good advice, sir. Good advice. Sorry about getting blocked there, Dan. I tried to read it off for you. I totally forgot to go in and look at that again. I got a guy looking at my accounts, guys, for my streaming. Figure it'll be a couple of days. Potency for assertability. Your dad is a playa. Yeah. Did you give him a discount? He said 10%. Nice. All right. What are we looking at here? So back to my point is don't throw every single mod away. If every one of them potencies is an offense, throw a bunch of them away. You know what I mean? You don't need all of them. As a general rule, I try to keep 3 of every potency, every health, you know what I mean? But it gets crowded really quickly. It gets crowded really quickly because you never know where you're going to come in and somebody's going to say, dude, why don't you have, a health mod on that guy? Well, I don't have any health arrows. I sold them all. Now you're going to have to go through and farm and waste all that. So I learned that lesson the hard way. And then you think you've got it down pat, you put it on and you hate it. It may go somewhere else. I'm trying to think of a good example, but like Grievous needs a ton of health. Just an absolute plethora of health. Daka needs a ton of health. She heals according to her health pool. So you want a lot of health mods on them, but you can't dismiss some other things too, like Ness needs a ton of tenacity, but she can use crit damage as well and different things. So that's why you've got all those excess stats there that you rolled at the lottery to try to get those better stats. Speed is great. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Droideka actually hits harder. He always hits with true damage. He never crits. But he hits according to how much difference there is in speed between you and the target. So if he's only at his base 83 and Darth Revan's at 325, Droideka's going to mollywop him pretty damn hard. So you don't want any speed on Droideka. But I think there's other scenarios where Droideka needs speed. I'm just getting into those guys, but that's what it reads in the kit to me. You got anything on that?
I don't know that.
That's the thing. 185 characters trying to read every kit is damn near impossible. I've been trying to learn it. I finally learned Bastia today. Fort Mort. Or Dark Bastia, sorry. Streamlabs is reminding me no emotes. Yeah, I don't care about emotes. Damn Streamlabs is being a bear.
Do you think my mods are fine for now?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, obviously you got to work on your mods. I'd be more concerned about eliminating what you don't need and then sifting through that. And if you're hoarding, that means you're not spending on the mods anyway. Modding could be a 24-hour video, honestly. It's not something I honestly want to get into. Just for 2 reasons. I could be steering you wrong on certain characters, and 2, the amount of time that would have to be put into it.
Okay.
Droideka gets 1 more charge for each enemy turn, so he attacks once more for each enemy turn, so put it very slow. Yeah. And if you actually click on his kit, it says something about the difference in speed compared to damage, too. Something like that. Maybe that's the way it reads. I don't know. He probably knows better than I do. Especially since he remodded his dad's. Huh?
Can you look at my squads for GAC? I know I'm not there yet.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea.
I've just put an outline of squads.
It's a good idea.
So it's 5v5 because I didn't prepare for 3v3 now.
Yep. Yeah, obviously not. You're not going to be in 3v3 by the time you get to 85. 85 takes, from your point now, to be another month.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while because it's 20,000, 19,000, 18,000, 17,000. You're only getting about 2,500 a day unless you're putting money into it. Yeah, so far so good. Phoenix, Bastia always goes well on that crew. Troopers, I didn't actually work on them. I love the Troopers early game. They're kind of like Phoenix Troopers, unlike the Phoenix to me, can be a decent investment up top, but they're a 70, 80, 90K team for me, depending on how big you get your account. Jedi, pretty good. Do you have Sabine in the Phoenix? Is that why Ezra's there?
Yeah, I have Sabine.
Okay, all right. Unfortunately, you need her for the ship.
I don't have a 5th Jedi.
I hate that they do that to you because of the ship, that you got to do 6 Phoenix. That's another reason why that faction kills me. But again, just my opinion. Okay, keep going. Bounty Hunters, excellent.
So right now I have Tebow,
Nice.
but it'll be replaced by GPA.
Yeah.
No, it'll be replaced by GPA.
No, I know. There are some other ones you can use there too. You can use Poggle's lead. It's basic, but it's still a lead. Newt Gunray is an easy farm. You could put him there. He basically is like a slow farm out of the stores like GG would be, but he's there every day. KRU could actually buff himself in that lead. None of them I really recommend, but because the position you're in. What do you guys... I'm missing somebody. Who's a good lead for them 3 Geos? The guy at the tip of my tongue, and I can't think who it is. Yeah, Veer's Zeta is absolutely imperative, and Range Trooper and Death Trooper are just amazing in that. Range Trooper is amazing in TW. Plus, he's needed in all the damn platoons. But he actually makes the 1 TW event like 5 times easier. Range Trooper's a champ. I neglected him forever. Sort by Separatist. I'm missing somebody.
I haven't farmed Separatist. Only the Geos.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to think offhand who the leadership that goes in there that could actually help them. There's somebody that does fair in that group until you get GBA. You get to Newt or Count Dooku. But honestly, you can run Poggle once you get him opened up. But in the meantime, I mean, you don't have a whole lot of options at that point. That's why I was saying KRU may be a good one. But you're still a ways away. I think you'll be in good shape when you get there. GBA is a long grind, but the minute you open GBA, that team is viable. You'll be 35K beating 60K teams.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to farm GBA.
Yeah, certain. And then the minute that I know for me, GBA, I opened Padme at 77K. I know people that open Padme with a lesser Geo team. So you don't have to farm all the Separatists to get Padme. If you want to go gas, you'll have to eventually farm the Separatists, Grievous and all them. I would always recommend Grievous. So when you start seeing yourself probably around 85, getting more fleet shards, every time you see him in Fleet Store, grab him. He doesn't show up. He doesn't show up very often, and don't waste your shard tokens on him. They're way too expensive.
Yeah, I heard that from you. Yes.
Okay, good.
So yeah, I forgot to mention this, but Grievous is like my first priority in the Fleet Arena store. Even though I can't use him, but he's like really rare.
Yeah, he's super rare, and he's really tough to beat on defense, etc. But he's useless until he gets to Relic.
Yep, that's true.
So keep that in mind. So I mean, he's going to be another reason why I don't recommend the Separatists, because you basically got to take him straight to Relic. He's so beatable unless you perfectly farm those teams.
Yeah.
Suggest Django instead of Mando lead on his bounty hunters. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but he's after Boss, so Boss will end up probably being his leadership most of the time. But Django,
but I thought Mando's is better because he also gets disintegrate, right?
I don't know. I have too much detail on that. I don't know if his Zeta is required in order to make him viable. Bounty
Hunters. The only reason is that if he's not in the leader slot, he doesn't get the disintegrate ability that one shot kills.
That's a valid point. What's your argument, boys? Minimalist Separatist farm. Yes, thank you, Dane. That's a great way to put it. Could also run Akbar lead with 1 hard-hitting rebel and the 3 Geos. They all have non-attacks that will trigger the bonus attack. Andrew, that's almost genius. I tried that in my 3v3 and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that's not a horrible idea. Plus, he heals all debuffs. Some off-meta squad there, Jenkins. I got 4 gold, yellow characters. Rest of them purple. Good job, Mandalorian. Yeah, 3v3 really gets you theory crafting big time if you're giving a damn. You do not need his lead to get disintegrate. Let's read his lead. I don't know it.
You don't need it? Oh, not that.
I'm not aware of it. I haven't opened them. I refuse to open them because they're not farmable. It's going to always at 10 speed. Okay. While buffed. All right, we don't need that. For the rest of the battle, go ahead. Rest of the battle, bounty hunters have their payouts activated and begin while bounty hunters okay.
No, it looks like you don't need him to be the leader. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, go to his incinerate or whatever it is and then read that. It may require the payout. I'm assuming it requires the payout.
Yeah, I don't understand how this payout and this contract works because I haven't used bounty hunters yet.
Go ahead and go down a little more. While the Mandalorian has critical chance up or critical damage up, this ability instantly defeats target. So that's your requirement. You need critical chance. What causes him to get critical chance or critical damage? Is that the payout?
It's his basic. He gets critical chance when he does his basic.
So as long as he has that up and he has his payout, he's eligible for
Yeah.
Disintegrate, right, guys? For me, the best scoundrel leader, this is going to sound funny, is Kira, because she leads my nest and my nest is a monster.
So I should run a Django lead instead of a Mando lead?
Not necessarily. Now, keep in mind, Django runs well against Sith, right? Against Emperor Palpatine. But for me, Django, I think, does well against the Night Sisters as well. But for me, the majority of them have been Bosk historically. But there's so many, like they're saying Aura Singh now with Mandalorian is the best way to go to get their payout up the fastest. Because the bounty hunters got to get their payout. They heal better. They gain protection back better. Everything runs better under a payout. So whatever your team you're playing, that just depends on what their leadership is to get that payout as quickly as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever team you're playing is going to decide what the best way to get to the payout is. And then you've got other variables too. So like Boba Fett and Django can drop dots, and I think it's under IG-88's lead, maybe. So what, I can't remember off the top of my head, but you can get the payout through 20 something or another, and those two guys can get 10 in 2 shots. So, but then you got to get another 10. There's a lot of variables that go into the bounty hunters. I religiously stick by Bosk myself, unless there's a scenario that Django can lead. There's also one good scenario for Boss too, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. I just used it. I've seen a lot of Newt Nest Dooku teams in 3v3. Yes, that is a nasty team. Django's speed in the lead is sweet. Yes, I concur. I don't need it because my Bosk is 265. Does Django have more potency while in the lead? I think that's Boba. I think that's what I was referring to. I had to use it for high potency for Boba.
Like, I've only used the bounty hunters in the events right now, so I don't really know how they work properly.
Yeah. The nice part about them, of course, is that you've got your revives from both your Boba and your Django. So that's kind of like having zombie around, you know what I mean, where they revive. Mandalorian's the same way. He revives as well.
Yeah.
But Django has some really cool kits. Like under a Separatist kit, he starts out unhittable for the first 2 turns. If he's under a Separatist leader.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
He's unhittable.
So like under Newt or something, right?
Yes. So that's what makes him like worth zetaing and moving over to that faction sometimes. So he's got a really unique where the bounty hunters are cool too because they're under scoundrels also. So like Greedo's a scoundrel. That's a bad example. Kira's this is a bad example. But say if you wanted to put him for some reason under Kira, you could put your bounty hunters under Kira. You know what I mean? There's so many variables and so many possibilities under that.
Yeah.
But Django also falls under the Separatists, so he's really unique in that manner.
Yeah. So I think this will be my squad for like Grand Arena when it comes to bounty hunters. I'll just replace Dengar with Bosk.
For Grand Arena, yeah.
Yeah.
When you
I'll just replace like Dengar with Bosk.
And you may find that you'll probably, except for in certain scenarios, replace Cad Bane with Dengar because Dengar heals really well. He heals the whole team. That was one of the mistakes that I felt like I made. You don't necessarily have to
gear up Dengar as well, right?
I don't think I'd make it a rust job, but he does really well for healing under that. Cad Bane's almost there, and he's a good utility. I like Cad Bane's stun.
But he doesn't stun that often, though, right?
And CCL says, "Trust me, use Django." I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said he doesn't stun that often.
Check your potency.
Oh, it depends on the potency. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's 11%.
That might have something to do with it, my friend.
Yeah.
So you're learning something right there. His speed isn't necessarily ever going to get that high unless you particularly do it. He's got a lot of critical damage. Which is critical chance? That's really high damage.
Critical. I don't know. It's 35.
So that could probably, I would try to mod him up a little bit with critical chance and potency. A potency plus will get you up to, what is it, 35%, guys? 25%?
Oh, I haven't really modded him out properly.
Go ahead and
Just the
click on that plus, or actually just hit filter, and then what's his mods? Potency, what is he using? 2 times? I don't remember.
Sometimes.
I forget. Hit the X real quick. I don't remember what you got on him.
It says random mods. I haven't really modded them properly.
Hit the minus sign. That's going to be your recommendation. Hit advanced. So they're recommending crit damage and crit chance. Okay, so go back. We'll do the exclamation mark and the 2 times under filter, and then see if you've got anything right now. Go ahead and click on the plus over on him. That'll pull up just pluses. And then sort button, go ahead and sort by potency. And now that top one under Akbar is going to have the most. All right. They're not fully up, but potentially these are ones that you could put on him. Check that green one. That's locked. That one's already leveled and free. Tenacity, damn it. Okay.
I only logged the ones with speed. I don't know if it's correct or not. But for now, I'm just saving those with
lock
speed.
the ones that you potentially... Okay, so 100 plus offensive mods are huge.
Yeah.
Trying to think. This is a whole class right here. So anything that's excessive, if you've got anything that rolls 5 times, you're more than likely going to have a spot for it. I don't care what the stat.
Yeah, I logged those as well. Yes.
Okay. I don't care what the stat is. It's more than likely you've got a spot for it. High speed mods, anything that rolls. Now keep in mind, a purple's going to roll 2 more times, right? Potentially if you slice it. So that one right there has got a lot of crit chance, and it's on a crit chance. The downside being it's a tenacity primary.
Yeah.
Which that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's usable right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm locked it. It's not the greatest, but it's crit chance and crit chance. So.
Yeah. 35% plus. Yeah, it's 25, but I think it slices. Is it 24 or 25 and slices to 36 maybe? 24%, 5.
Potency?
Yeah, it starts at 24. I think CCL is right, and then it slices to 36 if you go to 6 dot mod.
Okay.
So I'd like to mend Orion character. Those are the ones I was talking about. 6-dotting mods is beyond his reach. Yeah, no doubt.
But I think with this bounty hunter team, like I'm able to do the events. Like today, there was the training droid smuggling.
Yes, and that's the most important part for you right now. I don't suggest that you make your bounty hunters your main focus. The bounty hunters are to get these doable. The minute you're doable, I suggest stopping on the bounty hunters and getting back to your main focus. So your bounty hunters
I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I would extra energy farm, which you're not going to be doing in May because all the extra rolls or whatever. But your extra energy will probably go, maybe even your extra energy. You know what I mean? Go back to your main focus, get Bastille up, and work that way. I think you're in good shape with the bounty hunters. Because you're waiting on Bosk anyway.
Yep, I'm waiting on Bosk. Yeah. So, what happens if I face like a Geonosian team in my GAC? How do I beat that?
Excuse me. Get one. Honestly,
okay.
At this stage in the game, get one. Being in the guild, I can help you mod them.
Okay.
We can work on that when you get there. But as for Geonosians, I mean, here I'll go ahead and pull up the counter list and give you a little rundown of what you're looking at and why you're probably not going to be able to beat them right now. I'm not going to look at 3v3. I'm just going to look at 5v5. So there's a new counter with Finn, but that's a really hard farm, honestly. It requires the vets, although it helps with RJT. RJT is rough. First Order is rough because you need Sith Trooper. GG is a monster against them. He wipes them out. Padme is a good counter. So remember what I was talking about? Get your Geonosians, and then you will immediately get Padme. So now you've got 2 potential killers, but you're going to be better off doing Geos than you are going to be doing Padme until you get a full understanding of how Padme works. Palpatine could work, but he's a gamble. Jawas can work, but they're a gamble. Night Sisters are okay reliable, and then of course Jedi Knight Revan. And then
Jedi Knight Revan beats the Geos?
Absolutely, but he's got to be significantly, I don't want to say significantly higher. If you play him manually, you can beat them with JKR, but would I put him on defense and expected Geonosians to not beat JKR? No, they'll beat JKR.
No, so it's like a 2-way counter.
Yeah, it's like a 2-way counter. I can beat each one manually, but I don't want to put it on defense. You know what I mean?
Okay. Because I was thinking of like putting the Geos on defense just to be annoying. So that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Early on, without a doubt, because ain't nobody gonna have Traya. The only way they're gonna beat them is if they've got their own Geos or a Padme team. So you're on the right track, man. You're definitely on the right track. Where'd my chat go? Come back. Nope, that's not it. There we go.
I think the first legendary that I'm focusing on is JKR.
Okay, and that's fine. To me, and honestly, people are going to laugh when I say this, but to me, my Geos are legendary.
That's true, yeah.
There's only so many counters, you know what I mean? The downside to the Geonosians is there's an easy counter. A Traya, there's a trio that if you mod them well, can just absolutely dominate the Geos, right? The Jawas, if you mod them well, can absolutely dominate them. But after that, I mean, those teams I just read off to you, every one of them can lose to the Geonosians.
Yeah, but your Java counter is amazing.
Thank you.
It's so good.
I just don't think that people understand. And it's
I thought Javas were useless, but now I have a reason to farm them.
Here, we got a question for you. CL, thanks for hanging out, buddy. We need to get you an energy drink, get you pounded, get you going. Sorry about the noise there, guys. He's asking, Mort, please ask Karan why he doesn't level up his squad arena team.
Oh, I don't? Oh, oops.
I can answer that for you.
Okay.
Do me a favor, go into your squad arena. This is long-term focus. Go to rank. There's the hyperdrive. Right? Yeah. So you're not going to compete. And eventually here, you're going to start seeing Karan. You won't be able to get past 200.
Okay.
I don't care. I mean, honestly.
So I'm never going to be in the top 200, right?
I'm not going to say that you're not. But depending on what your focus is. So if you want to chase just arena, it's obviously feasible to be.
No, my main focus is GSE. That's all I'm thinking about.
Okay, good. So then, I mean, this is the right plan for you. Then you want a bolstered roster that's focused and is going to beat people to a pulp. So I've already told myself I'm never going to compete in arena and get all those crystals, and I'm okay with it. I never have.
There's no point.
I never will.
People who spend money on this game, I can never compete with them. Yeah. Even if I become like hyper focused.
And actually, I'm surprised your shard had a Geonosian in there. So that tells me there's not a whole lot of hyperdrives.
Really?
Unless he's just sitting that in there. Do me a favor, click on that guy. I want to see his actual squad. If that's his best squad, I'm going to be like, wow, your arena's weak. Hit inventory.
I think it's like a new shard, I think.
He may be dropping on purpose. Or he may be cheating. He doesn't have JKR or nothing.
I know someone definitely on Fleet Arena who cheats. Because he has like a 40,000 GP ships.
Yeah.
And he beats like 120,000 ships with those. And they're not even synergized. They're like random ships.
If you're actually seeing them, I'd report them if you see them beating them. I mean, some people purposely drop. Like I'll put just Boskin to drop and then make my way back up. So there is that possibility. But if you see him actually moving upward with those teams, yeah, there's a problem.
I saw him like beat a 120,000 team with 43,000 ships. I don't know.
Yeah.
I reported him in game, but I didn't get a like a reply
Yeah.
or something.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. 35k Mother Talzin lead destroyed 70k Geos. I faced her plague. Yeah, her plague is insane. You can still lose in that 35 KO beat Geos. Where did you see that at? I can beat the Geonosians with Night Sisters if they're equal or a little bit lower, but half the I'd have to see it to believe it. There's one hell of an RNG to pull that off, or that mother was the only thing that was worth a damn other than DACA. I don't know. CL says to get Shock T and clones. The problem with getting Shock T is he didn't focus his ships right. So he's never going to get Shock T in the near future. Shock T
is very far.
She's very far in. She's in the 5th level. Wholeheartedly agree. I'm just now getting Shock T. Last month I started getting her, and I'm a year old. So it takes a while. Your last GAC, really? Yours did it? Well, you need to start recording that kind of shit. All right, what else you got, Karan?
I think that's about it. Like, I was just like I just wanted to get feedback if my thinking and my squads are correct because my main focus is GSC.
Yeah, and
in GSC.
Yeah, okay. You didn't tell me that in the beginning, I don't think, but that's okay. You're right on.
I forgot about that.
You're right on focus. You're doing really good. I'm impressed. I really am.
Okay. So do you think I should round off these teams and just farm these teams?
I'm going to tell you right now, Dark Bastilla is such a good character.
I'm farming
she
her.
overpowers that Empire team. She's the only thing that makes, in my opinion, Empire worth a damn. She's amazing. I mean, I'm up until today, and I'm still probably playing it wrong, have been dominating with that team, playing her wrong. I could just imagine what I'd be doing if I was playing her right.
Yeah, I'm farming her, but she's really slow farm.
Yeah, she is a slow farm. It is a grind, but that also leads you to Darth Revan, which you said you wanted. Andrew, I vouch for Night Sifter as a hard counter. Usually punch up about 40k GP before I run into trouble. Against the Geonosians? That is... I got a good feel for the Night Sisters. I know their kid inside and out, and I don't know. That's pretty crazy. You guys probably... one problem is I don't have enough offense on my Mother Talzin, though. Scoundrels work against Empire, yeah, with a Django lead. Bastilla Fawn, OP, that fear and all the buffs paired with Thrawn is so good. Oh, Thrawn's a beast. That's why I hate telling people don't get the Phoenix. I think you do at some point need to get the Phoenix. But it's a horrible starting character, and the fights and the battles are so long. You already don't have a life digging in this game, and then you're going to take more of it away by playing Galactic War with the Phoenix.
Yeah, it took like 1.5 hours every day to clear the Galactic War.
Yeah, hour and a half. That ain't no lie.
So hard.
I did the same thing. And back when I started playing, and I'm not even old school, I'm only 2.5 years in, we had to do 150 before we could sim. Not 50, 150. Yeah. They finally lowered it sometime last year. Okay, man. You guys got anything you want to add? I appreciate you guys hanging out. Is there a way
another good thing about Phoenix is that you can unlock EP with them. Palpatine.
I think there's a better way though, isn't there?
It requires rebels.
Is it? Oh, I got you. So it's an early way to get it right. Is there a way to align tunes by base speed at 7 stars on SWGOH? No, but you can sort mods on there. I just got Hyperdrive Bundle 5-star Thrawn, and he is still great. Oh yeah, he's one of them characters you just open up. He's got Fracture. It's the only thing that is required of him. The healing is nice, the Passover is nice, but help your account, please. I thought you remodded your old man. What do you need mine for? Actually, let's go ahead and set that up. Thank you for reminding me, guys. While we are here, I'm gonna go ahead and are you good, Karan? We good? I was gonna drop screen unless you got something else.
I think yeah, that's about it. Those are my questions. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you need anything else, you know where I'm at. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man. I hope it helps. Like I said, take what you want with a grain of salt and run with what you like. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is your account. Play it the way you want to play it. All I can do is give you, my advice, and I'm not going to say 100% of everything's going to work for you. You know what you want. Focus on that.
Yep. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna focus on. I got some good pointers from you today. It was really helpful.
And it showed me that you've learned a lot from my videos, which really makes me happy and makes it worth it for me. So.
Yep. I've learned I think I've only watched you over the past 2 weeks or something. I didn't know. I found your channel 2 weeks ago, and I watch every video, every live stream, because I get to learn a lot from you. That's the best thing.
You honor me, sir. I think I may blush on screen. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna. I'm gonna have to drop you in order to move everything onto my screen. So thank you, Karan. I appreciate it. I'll see you in chat, buddy.
Nice talking to you.
All right. Bye-bye. Give me a second, guys. I'll pull that sheet over here right now. So what'd you guys feedback? How do you like the infirmary stream? I see we had some people stick around for a while, so that's good. I had more than I had my damn GA. And I find myself, I know I'm not an expert player. I figured out my record today, guys. I went back through GG just to verify and make sure that I have my record right. So in Grand Arena on my main, I am 83-3 with a 13-game win streak. And I am on my alt, as far back as I could go, 36-2 with an 18-game win streak. So overall, I am 119-5. Doing pretty good. Percentage-wise, it's about it's almost the exact same percentage as Zareth. Yeah, give him some feedback. Give me some feedback as well, what you guys thought about the stream. Dane, absolutely, I'll look at it too. And like I said, guys, they can say whatever you want. If you guys want help focusing to Skywalker, the whole point is where do you want to focus to? What do you like to do? How do you want to play the game? If you don't play the game the way you want to play it, you're going to hate this game. Plain and simple. So no matter what advice I give you, again, take it with a grain of salt. Take what you like. Ignore what you don't. When I'm adamant about something, I tell you guys that. Just like with the bounty hunters and different things. And I'm adamant about the Separatists not being the route to go. And everybody knows how hard Galactic War is. They're useless. Absolutely useless in Galactic War. You're very welcome, Karan. So, like I said, I'm trying to give you guys good, healthy information. And I'm not saying I know everything because I don't. I'm Rafe Boss's leader on Discord, but we haven't got a team. Who's Rafe Bosses? Oh, Raid Bosses. Yeah, I got you. Love it all the way through. Thank you, CL. Thank you for staying up with me, man. I really appreciate it. I'm a night owl. And it'd be nice too. The hard part is I don't know what schedule everybody runs. Me personally, I would love to. I also recommend Clones and Shock T. That I'm doing that on my alt currently. That is my main focus right now. But I can run. I'm off 4 days a week. I can run day shift. I can run night shift. I'm by blood and by nature, I'm a night guy. I've worked it my entire life, but I'm going to day shift at work soon. But night shift streams are good for me. Like for me, I guess it'd be 9-10 o'clock at night. For the UK, it'd be 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So it doesn't really work well for guys like that. Karan, I'm going to bring that back to no. Because you can't get Shock T or Skywalker. If you want to side farm them, that's a whole nother thing. Stay focused on what you want to do. Get them Jedi, get Bastia done. Yeah, I can do an early one with you. So, I guess it would be... I mean, if we did it at night, I don't know what time you get up in the morning. Obviously, you're at 2 in the morning right now, so I'm assuming you're an afternoon guy. So if you wanted it done 10 o'clock my time, that would be 4 o'clock p.m. your time. You know what I mean? All right, so starting out, I got Karan today. I know Gio's not in here. I told him I'd schedule Q Cub. I scheduled for Tuesday. I know I did that. What is Tuesday? Today's the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. I don't remember what time. I got to go back into. And I won't normally be doing this heavy, guys. I'm going to bring it down to once a week, especially if they're going to be this long and in depth. Yeah, and the clones are great, man. They are, but they're not nearly as good without Shock T or Skywalker. They've got their uses though. All right, we did Destroyer already. We did him whatever day that was, probably the 13th. And then Raid Boss, what's a good day for you? Today's Saturday. I could do it tomorrow. I could do it possibly Monday. Wednesday's a bad day. I got a lot of work meetings on stuff on that day. I guess I can pop some music in there now that Karan's gone. Most of your stream audience is Europe, and we're here constantly. You're doing it right. Yeah, probably. I mean, there's plenty of opportunity because the U.S. is awake at this time as well. So if the European audience is hitting it, and I'll be honest with you guys, being a night shift guy at work, they, when I dealt with on night shift, whenever I dealt with day shift people, they're grumpy, they're old, seniority, entitled. You know what I mean? Historically, at my old job, of course, my new job, it's not like that, but it tends to be that way. So I get along with the more fun crowd, which is usually the night shift. It just tends to be the way it is. But it's a very good point, Dane. Monday's great, better for you. What time do you want to do it? Your time. It's got to be after 4 though, because I'm not a morning guy, and I got to get my dailies in, and that's it. I wake up about between 8 to 9:30, depending on when I go to bed. So I need to get my dailies in. So it's got to be 5 o'clock your time or after. Dane, what about you? Thursday? Tomorrow? 2:19. Yeah, you're 6 hours ahead. You're in the same place as Moon. Same time zone. So 4:30 p.m. So that puts me at 10:30. Why are we not working here? Come on. There we go. You're going to be known as CLCL Phlegm. Oh, I didn't put a PH in there. Fuck. Just because of your sense of humor. What kind of app I need to stream your BlueStacks? So BlueStacks is actually its own app. It's called an emulator. It works, to me, it works really well. I've heard some people say they have issues. Karan seemed like it ran well for him. I think a lot of it has to do with but newer computer you have and staying updated. But it's amazing. You can play all kinds of mobile games on it. I particularly only play this because my phone can't handle the game, unfortunately. Tomorrow is fine. You are 8 p.m. plus. Dane, where are you from? You're the States, right? Are you saying 8 p.m. or 8 a.m.? All right, CCL. I'll see you, buddy. I'll get in contact. Appreciate you, man. Where's my music? I don't know why it's so quiet. I don't know if you guys can hear it out. Let me know. What do you say? 5 o'clock is fine? All right, we'll move it up. So 11 a.m. for Phlegm. CLCL Phlegm. Again, thank you guys for hanging out, man. I love that you guys gave feedback on that as well. Really awesome of you guys. Where are you at, Dane? Serbia, okay. So I'm gonna throw it out there for you. Actually, let's just type this and make it faster. I don't know if that's what you're leaning toward or what you're typing. I see 8 plus. Oh, plus 8 from Chicago. I got you. Okay, you're a little bit farther. So we need a little bit more of a gap then there. So we're talking at a bare minimum 6 p.m. my time or your time. How about that? That work, brother? I'm gonna need you to send me your actually I've got your, do I have your, yeah, I got your ally code. In my time, how does that help you? I can do anywhere between 10 and midnight, really. Whatever you want, man. Just let me know. I honestly, I'll be working at the computer all day anyway, so I just got to make adjustments to getting everything set up to go. So I got a lot of projects I have to work on. I'm in front of my computer a lot. I don't have anything planned, so my focus is on this right now. And somebody please remind me when I leave this stream to fix that damn thing. Good Lord. Fix emotes. I went to fix it the other day and it locked up while we were in the middle of the stream, so I have to do it while we're off stream. So 10 p.m. Chicago time. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Probably be a little slow at that time, traffic-wise, but that's okay. Being a Sunday night. I don't care. It's not about the actual views. It's about the getting that in for you. I need to get a hold of Geo. CL is tomorrow, right? No, you're tomorrow. CL was Monday. I didn't put the date. Scroll back. 19. I can't wait until one of you guys is messing with me and shows me a... yeah, that's fine. 10 o'clock's fine. Where did his time go? Help me out, guys. Where was CL's time? 5. 5 o'clock. Monday. Okay, got it. Monday is the 18th. All right. It's good you guys get these all in too while I'm small. I'll set up. Yeah, me too. Maybe I'll take a nap beforehand. Let me close some windows here. All right, so tomorrow at 10 p.m. we will set up. I will schedule it tonight or tomorrow with plenty of opportunity for a reminder. Nothing there. Come here, damn it. All right, good stuff. All right, good hanging, Karan. Thank you, buddy. We will see you soon enough. Oh man, I've had Photoshop open that whole time. My computer's got to be pissed. I can close Zoom. We're done with that, and we can open up thy game. Yeah, buddy. Level 85 on the test account, boys. I think that's what I'm logged in right now. Tray of shards. Yeah, buddy, look at that, 85. You know what that means, don't you? Another Grand Arena account. Oh boy. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not focusing Grand Arena on this account. It ain't happening. Although I will battle them just quickly and get through it, get some rewards, but I'm assuming pretty early on I'm going to be so stacked that it really isn't going to be too many losses. So is my expectation anyway. I could be like Arnold, just quit now. I guess I was watching a stream of his just to find out, and he said he quit at 76, that there's no more benefit for him, that he put all the info he could about new accounts. Although I giggled a little bit because the hyperdrive always makes its way into that conversation. The only time I put hyperdrive in this conversation is when I say, guys, you're not going to compete with the hyperdrive early on. It just ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? Ain't going to happen. Oh, I got a couple of things I need to do. Some dailies. We just got the reset. I don't know what... for some reason, on my main, and my time settings are all the same on all my accounts. On my main, it resets at 8 p.m. my time, and on my alt, it resets at 8:30. So many times I've gone in, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get my raid tickets at 8:20, and my alt ends up putting all the raid tickets on the other day, which is 0 because I'm already at 600. So then I got to spend extra crystals. Such a pain in the ass. I don't understand why there's a half-hour difference when all the all the time settings are what they're the same. They're the exact freaking same. It doesn't make any sense. I told I think the greatest thing in the world, and it's probably stupid of me. I'm a pretty, not as quick as I used to be when I was younger, but I'm a pretty quick-witted guy. But I know Arnold is a really smart dude, went to law school, you know, obviously built a huge channel off of a video game. But I would love to debate his process of taking the separatists up compared to my process. I would love to debate that. I'm so old that I don't know I could stream my BlueStacks on Discord. BlueStacks on Discord. I'm apparently older than you because I wasn't aware you could stream it on Discord either. Discord just added a video option, so here, I'll actually show you that. You guys haven't seen it yet. You get to see my ugly green screen in the back. Where is it? I just did it earlier. That's it. What do you mean unavailable? Oh, is it being used? Well, no, I should still be able to use my... Oh, there it is. So kind of like Zoom, you can do that here now. So you got that option. You can sit and talk, like if we ever wanted to knock something out, you know what I mean? Just the two of you, and you can just sit there and gabber or whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't see an actual option to like put a chroma key behind that green screen and hide it, which is unfortunate, kind of like I do here. So you guys get the background, but it's still kind of usable. I mean, for Zoom, and instead of using Zoom and signing up for an account, now you can do it right through Discord. You got the vocals, so that's pretty cool. What a great option for a free program, right? Dane, you out of here, buddy? Oh, he said goodnight, Dane. I'm sorry. Where'd my thing go? Oh. Yeah, this crowd too, like if you look at my channel, I think with 150 subscribers I got, the channel falls between 25 and 45. The vast majority. No females. 20 years ago, that might have been different. Mort was once a handsome devil in his own mind. That's for sure. Anybody catch Urz's stream last night? That was kind of unique, bringing his wife on. I thought it was really cool that his wife dressed up. It was crazy, long, drawn out, but I mean, he's earned it. Good for him. Good for him. Focus, Mort. Focus. I've used it a couple of years ago. The World of Tanks. It wasn't that advanced. Yeah, and what's really cool, like for Mac, it doesn't have the option, so I'm screwed. But you can pull up, and that's how. I know that's how Arnold does it with his multiple accounts. You can pull up 2 separate games at the same time in BlueStacks now. So you can't do it with Mac, unfortunately. As usual, Mac doesn't have the extra options, but that's kind of unique in itself. But the upside is I've heard there's been some PC issues with it as well, where they started having issues. Knock on wood, I haven't had any bugs, and I've only ever got kicked out once where it crashed. Yeah, I think it was my own fault because I had all my Adobe programs and they take a lot of memory, and I think it crashed it. Thank God I wasn't in the middle of anything. So I've had, as far as I'm concerned, 100% accuracy with BlueStacks. So I'm very satisfied. Again, especially for a free program. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Are you guys going to roll over to Twitch with me? Please. YouTube is such a pain in the ass and they're so restrictive. So restrictive. And you can get alerts through there too. Actually, I like their alert system better because you can get an email, text, whatever you decide you want to sign up for, rather than having to rely on me putting it out the right way. I mean, everything's just automatic over there. Absolutely automatic. Good stuff. Working up them. Trying to get Skywalker, boys. I'm trying to get Skywalker. I must be out of my mind. I'm actually going to have a decent tune on my account. Looking at it right here. These 2 right here are almost there. My ships are super close. I just haven't put anything more into them. I'm going to finish them off when it's ready. Y'all are too damn quiet. Y'all talking when you want to review, but you won't talk to me while I'm... Just let me gab all day long. Like I'm a content creator. Okay, thank you, Dana. I appreciate it, buddy. There's so much more value there. The videos for YouTube and streaming for Twitch. Platform's so much better. They just changed the platform from behind the scenes. So it got a little bit confusing for me. I have to go through it all again. But from what I saw before, I set it up with no issues, streamed on it with no issues, and a test stream. It was so much easier. Every time I have to go into YouTube, I go through so much bullshit. It blows my mind. And then I worry about the copyright strikes and everything else. You know, if I say shit, I'm demonetized. Well, I don't care. I don't make any money off the streams. Well, I give a damn. How big's your guild, Dane? Out of curiosity. And what GP are you? Since I haven't looked. I'll have to do that tomorrow morning. Oh, can I undersize this? Probably. Why am I not dropping? Pissing me off. Get that feet. Get that feet. Where's everybody else at?
So you're telling us the one time we need you to talk, you can't?
Yeah.
Sure is leaving in a career.
By the way, Dane, in case I haven't told you lately.
You're one wonderful human being.
One battalion strong, boys. He's going to taunt in a second, so I'm okay. Damn Bosk, always in the way of a feat. That's good. Oh, only 35, though. Better than some guilds, though. 750k, yeah, I got what you meant. Is it a first account, or is it... it seemed like you know your stuff, so I'm assuming it's a second account. You know what they say about assuming, though, makes an ass out of you and me. Are you going to be that first guy? You're welcome. So you're going to be that first guy that fools me and shows me a 6.2 million account. It's like, go ahead and roster that. I like a challenge. Why not? If you're at 6.2, you probably got so much So many lineups anyway. Damn, boss. This was a tanky one. I forgot to check how many Zetas he had. It's going to be hard to get past this in one shot. Just a second here. They're going to have lots more. Yeah. Damn it. I just ain't dropping far enough. That's a useless take. I'll get it. Just got to drop a little bit more. I got to put a weaker team in there. Oh, now this guy shows up. Jerk. Bow, bow. Looks like it's just being you, Dane, even though the numbers say otherwise. BL's gone. Not sure about Andrew. Mandalorian got quiet. Tried to ask if it was my other guildmate. Really? Well, like Karan, you impressed me. You guys are way ahead of where I was in the ball game. But I guess there's so much information out there now with the internet. You know what I mean? I didn't think early on to go online and look at stuff. I just played the game to play it and collect. I didn't care. Oh, really? That's crappy. I don't blame you. I'm not going to get a new phone to play a game. Some people will. I won't. I ended up getting a new phone. It's a good thing I didn't, but I ended up getting a new phone because I needed one anyway, and I was looking forward to it. I'm like, oh, great. I won't have any of those issues I had with the other phone. It got worse. Boy, I'd take it in the backside. The phone's great otherwise. It won't not crash. Aggravating. Oh, let's see. Who we got to farm? Farm. Actually, I'm working on somebody else, I thought. What am I missing here? Oh, the gear. That's because I'm just doing gear. Never mind. I love this account. As bloated as it is, I love my account. I don't care what anybody says. It's so good in TWs. It's so good in TVs. I have to work really hard to be good in Grand Arena. I'm not going to lie. This account was an absolute failure when the old GA rules were in. Such a failure. I was so overwhelmed by such huge accounts. When you're at 7 million and you're at 5.5 million, there's not as big a gap because they can only play so many teams. But when you're down at the lower end, I mean, when my alt was at probably 8-9, Division 8-9, I only had just enough teams, and I'm focused to be able to play. You got to be perfect because you just don't have enough teams. I was watching a lot of your streams, so I generally have an idea what I want. I need some help about credit crunch and focus in general. Yeah, I was blown away at how well he's hoarded, honestly. I just can't. I shouldn't say that. My alt is super focused and it's got like 60 million credits, but I've been playing for a year. On this main, I bloated so badly that every time I had credits, they were spent. And that's the mindset you need to get out of. But the hard part with that is everybody says mods, right? That's where learning what mods are good and which ones to get rid of immediately. I mean, what is it to spend 1,800 credits? I mean, that's garbage to roll a mod and check it out. So it's super cheap. I appreciate it. It just tells me you get something from it. I mean, that makes it worth it for me. Some people never spend cash on getting crystals. I never spend crystals on refreshing, just farming mods. Just farming mods 5 times a day. Yeah. So what are you doing with the crystals then? I'm not saying that you're doing something wrong. Some people like to buy gear with them and stuff like that. I don't personally like that route. I prefer the refreshes because I want to get the characters 7-starred quicker and get on to the next one. And when you're leveling from 0 to 85, I'll tell you the difference. I didn't know to refresh on my main when I first started 2.5 years ago. I think I did once in a while, but I was always area because I didn't understand what the crystals were for. So it took me 6.5 months to get to 85. On my test account, 117 days, I think is what it was, somewhere in that range. So it was under 4 months. And that's because I spent crystals constantly on 3 refreshes a day. So it was a lot faster getting to the end game. Buying more energy, well, that's refreshing your crystals. That's what I mean when I say that. Some people never spend cash on getting crystals. I never spend crystals on refreshing. Oh, I see what you're saying. For refreshing nodes. No. So when I say refreshing, I mean buying energy, refreshing your energy. I rarely, maybe 5% of the time, if that, will refresh an actual node. Sometimes I'll get pissed, like Shock T's notorious for it. I'll get 0 shards from a 5 spin, and I'll be pissed. I'm like, I'm not going out like that. So I'll throw 50 more in, 25 more in, and then spin it off and at least get 1 shard to make me feel better. Kind of stupid, but I laugh. All right, so if I upgrade this to level 3, it costs me 6,900. That's so cheap. I mean, honestly. And then to do it for 6, 18.4, it starts to get a little more pricey at 9. Once you go to 12, it starts to get really steep. It more than doubles. Yeah, don't refresh nodes. That's a smart play. So I roll 300 in Cantina energy if I have them, and 100 on the rest of the energy, depending on what gear piece I need. Yeah. I have a hard time doing Cantina energy, even though it's probably the most needed farm area, unless I'm like GBA was worth it to me because he plays so high above his level and increases that team more than anybody but maybe Bastia the minute you open him up. So I hurried and rushed to get him. So right now I've got him at like 60 out of 80. Every energy I've got right now, I'm refreshing him. After that, I won't do it again unless I'm close to DR or something. I use all mine in the light side, hard side nodes. See what we get out of this. I didn't mean to do 12, damn it. Garbage, mediocre, garbage, mediocre. I didn't mean to do 12, so I'll go ahead and sell that. Defense mod. Not a real thriller, but you never know what you'll get from it. Maybe we'll get a lot of defense. Speed, defense, mediocre, good, terrible. Don't like it. But as I'm saying though, it's super cheap. I do hate though that, and I guess it balances itself out. Your offense are your squares and your diamonds are your defense, so it kind of balances itself out. But I hate that they only offer 4. The other 4 can get other things on them, and even those are limited. I think that's one mistake they made in this game, in my opinion. Maybe you need a health mod, and and it's a rare, but you can still get it. I think you should be eligible to get it. But still a game. I never finished my practice arena. Do I want to do that or not? You keep only arrows with speed and triangles with offense. Crosses with offense and potency from E tier mods. See, that's where I'll disagree with you. Like I was telling them, like the job was for me, right? Later on down the road, I needed crit avoidance arrows, and it's a good thing I saved some, and I had to farm some. Triangles, you really need crit damage and crit chance. You've got to save those. They're so rare. Potency and tenacity on pluses. You never know where you're going to need them. Yeah. And it's everybody's preference, but every character, every mod in this game, I insist, has got to have a purpose. The question is, where does it go? Where does accuracy go? Right? For a while, until I modded Han better, I put an accuracy arrow on him, because you don't need speed on Han. Han assists like crazy. And because he's assisting to me, offense and crit and different things like that are way more valuable, because he's hitting so many times already that I don't need him to be sped up. He starts the fight with a hit, he can double tap, he assists, so his speed is not imperative. CLS's speed is imperative. Chewbacca having some decent speed is recommended, you know what I mean? But as for Han Solo, should he be 110? No. But I mean, honestly, I think my Han's at 160. And I've got no issues whatsoever. If there's a team that's going to beat the Han Solo squad, they're going to beat him no matter how fast Han is, more than likely anyway. And I'm putting too much into Han for speed when I could be putting it somewhere else. I have faced, listen, I've got, what did I say, 3 losses, 83 wins in Grand Arena, and I think I've seen, on average, 4 people that were faster than me, and I'm not modded real well. I'm modded, I should say that, I'm modded with my speed spread across my whole team, like I do with my relics, because I'm so bloated, but that's my focus. If I was focused on one team for Arena, then yes. You know, DR, I'm going to put all my speed mods on him or whatever. But I don't have DR, so I don't have to focus that route. I overwhelm people with speed, offense, tenacity in the right place, potency in the right place. My focus actually now is trying to find those tricky teams. So, like, for a while I had my Phoenix modded to annoy the shit out of people. Just absolutely annoy them. Chopper was like super fast, and having him fast with his abilities is so annoying. Especially with his taunt, oh my god, and his self-heal. And then you got Kanan tossing a heal, so a lot of it was RNG based on defense, but they were extremely annoying for a while. But then I needed to refocus them on somewhere else. I needed the speed elsewhere. It just wasn't worth it for just TW or GAC. Take somebody 3v3 in here. Ooh, those are rebels, right? Solo. I gotta put him in the lead. Solo. Solo. You know, it depends on what he looks like, Dane. Now keep in mind, right? Every mod rolls differently. Every mod rolls differently. So this is gonna be such an easy win. Look at all those rebels. Every time you roll a mod, it's like the lottery, so you never know what you're going to get. You may get all defense, tenacity, health, whatever else. So you need to look at his base stats. And I know it's difficult to go through them all, but if you're, oh, Wampa actually lost that fight. And I need to gear him up apparently, or put tenacity on him with Rex. That's why he goes in the lead. What was I going to say? Damn it! Oh, so let's go through Han right now. And again, I'm not going to say I'm 100% right, but this is the way he works with my team, and he works really well. So there's so many variables when it comes down to how he works. Look at how low my health pool is, right? I got high protection on him because it's hard to break through. Chewbacca puts guard on him, which means he can't be crit, so it's hard to get to him right away. My speed is 150, slower than what I thought. Critical damage is up at 180%. Potency's at 41.47 to make sure he lands the stuns. Look, it took a lot, 29% to even get it on there. But keep in mind, potency, in order for it not to land, my opponent has to have 141% tenacity in order for a 100% chance I cannot hit him. So if the guy that I'm going against has 30% tenacity, I should land it every time. But if he's got 80%, I got a 40% chance not to hit him. See what I'm saying? So potency goes with tenacity. I got his damage up 683. Would I like to have that higher? Absolutely. But the one thing I did, because he's got so many assists, I tried to get his offense up decently, and more importantly, I wanted his crit chance up. So he's going to crit 86.9% of the time. And actually, I may need to look at CLS's leadership kit because it may get boosted somewhere else. There's just so many damn things in all the kits. So he's going to assist every time Chewbacca, CLS, he's going to come out shooting right away. He's going to double tap. So he's got an 87% chance every time to crit. So say he double taps. He's going to double tap once, maybe twice. It's almost guaranteed. You know what I mean? So I'm doing twice the damage at half the speed. Do you think theoretically, without moving, like getting the perfect mods, I can have high speed and that high a crit at the same time? Not likely. I mean, it's possible, but it's not likely. You'd have to have the perfect mods. So that's the route I chose to take. I do have an accuracy arrow on him that ignores an equal amount of the opponent's deflection, so they are less likely to avoid. Okay, so if it's counter chance, so that's probably why I did this, because if he's got a count, oh, let's actually look at it. Okay, so he gets critical damage up. Not critical chance, critical damage. So he's going up, what did it say? So that's 50%, right? Whenever it says up. So he's actually hitting for 230% damage. My Han, for his level at G10, hits like a monster. I mean, let's go look at CLS, and then we'll take him into the Galactic War, and I'll show you. For his level, it's insane. I mean, I've taken out some pretty high guys considering where I'm sitting. Leadership. 50% counter chance, you are correct, and 15% offense, so his offense goes up as well. And oh, what do we have here? Turn meter. So remember what I was talking about counters? So if Han hits, he hits back. And you've got all the assists with the Chewbacca and everything else, so it works out really well. So I like he's got high crit chance, high crit damage, everything but high speed. He doesn't need the speed. That's my opinion. I mean, look, 150. I've got no problems with this team whatsoever. Where is my Han? On Solo. He shot first. Come on. Who's got the most? We got a lot of protection over there. So we're going to start out. Look at that. Level 85. Gear 10. Look at all them assists. You really think I need speed? I never hit the button. I hit once. I wish I could replay that right now. There are 2 guys gone. 2 of them half. And is it still only viable gas counter in arena? It's one of the better ones, but I don't think it's the only viable. I don't know a whole lot about gas until I get him, so I'm going to need to start doing my homework. Which one of these? I love this ability too. If they're below with no protection, he actually resets that stun. That's amazing. I don't want to kill them all at once. Let's see. No assist because he's already dead. Assist. I mean, I attacked 4 times. Wiped out. I mean, it's only an 80k team, but still, that was a easy freaking solo. All pun intended. All right, let's see what they do here. We got 4 Zetas sitting on the board. Just watch how fast he is now. And of course, going against gas, you're going to need more offense. Would you need speed on him at that point? I really can't answer it, but Vader's the biggest health pool. So got his completely removed, and he's at G10. There's a nice assist. Nice assist. Nice counter. Nice counter and an assist. Double tap. Almost put Ahsoka out in 2 shots on a double tap. Hey, Karan, he's back. What's this guy doing? You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't need his speed. It's insane. I'll do it one more time. I don't see the need for speed. And if you'll notice, Han didn't miss. Yeah, I could show that. Now keep in mind, JKR, my Geonosians can take, they're 100k, I take out 120k, usually. If I want to be comfortable, 114-ish, comfortably. But I can take out up to about 120. So it's not a great counter, but we can do it. I've explained to him why you don't need speed on Han. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, seriously. These are G10. I think he's G11, and G10. Han Solo's life pool is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage, but he's guarded. He's got high evasion, I think, through the leadership. Look at that. It's crazy. Now, of course, there's good counters that handle them too. But I am insistent that you do not need speed on Han. CLS and Chewie you do, especially CLS. CLS has got some great abilities. So we'll go into Squad Arena, look at, so here's, no, I need Geos, don't I? I don't know if I'm going to find a good Geo team for this. That's high enough. Oh man, I've dropped quite a bit. I got my Jawas and Nest in there. I was using it to drop on purpose, and now I don't need to. I forgot to take them out. I might... I don't know if that's going to be a good example or not. Oh, I put Ren in there. Oh, no wonder why I'm plummeting. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's take Mace out to kind of equal the field. No, not Jawa. We need Jedi. Bring in a weak. So Mace was an attacker. So we'll go ahead and use a weak Ezra. Kind of make it more realistic. My Ezra doesn't. He hits with a purse, so I'm not really worried about it. I could put Yoda, but he's quite a bit more, and that'd kind of be cheating. Although Yoda's a great one for that. I don't know. At least I could show it anyway. Yeah, they are. They can be defensive too, but the problem is that people know what to use against them. Unless you have some surprise stuff on them. So as you guys will see right here, right? This guy's gonna... You got your direct focus. You can take your direct focus and put it anywhere. The problem is you got to be able to hit really hard. So Spy over here is honestly my main focus if he comes out of stealth. But what I usually do before I do Geos, and I didn't do it here, is I look for which Geonosian drops down the most when I hit him with AoE. Anakin is a great fill-in this team. If you want to take down Geonosians, I suggest you throw Anakin in there, but don't break your team up for a GAC to do it unless you have to. Damn. All right, let's try this out. I'm going to see who drops the most. So these guys are pretty equal, but it looks like Soldier or Poggle may be the weakest by their protection there. I'm actually going to go after Poggle because I hate his ability block. But we're going to want to direct focus once we start getting these guys down. Yeah, I mean, he's an offensive hitter. So right now, I've got the direct focus up. I can target any of these guys. I think I'm actually going to go after Soldier. I always pick an off one. I don't pick Alpha unless he's got a low life pool. Obviously, you don't want Brute because he's already the tank. Now I can laser focus. The problem is they all heal each other. Then boost Yoda with Bastia. Now here's the thing with the Geonosians. They heal when you go to attack. As soon as I go to attack, watch their health pool. So I'm going to boost everybody right here. That's going to help my offense. And then I'm going to throw an assist again at Yoda. Now watch, they'll heal every time I go to attack. See that heal? So you just got to grind the Geonosians down. Slowly but surely, because they'll constantly heal. Go to Master's Training on Yoda. And yep, there we go. They're so tanky because every one of them's a tank, honestly. But before you go against Geonosians, look in and see their health and prop pool. And see if any of them have a very low pool and direct focus them. Because more than likely, if you got like your Yoda Karan, would be great. Mine doesn't have a whole shitload of offense. Yours would be great for taking one down. So there went one. I'm still not after Brute, but I'm forced to hit him right now. So I'm going to focus on him while I have to. They're going to heal, so I got him down just in time. Lost JKR. This wasn't a great example because this isn't my normal team, but it's not a sure thing either. We just got to get JKR back up here. But I keep my focuses on Yoda as much as I can. All right, now we're no longer stuck on him. Spy is out in the open. So if he doesn't go into stealth here and I got an attack, I'm going after that monkey. Because he hits like nobody's business. Now he went back under. I'm going to stun Alpha and keep him from calling the heal or calling the brute. That's the key. So a lot of it's about control. I'm just dying off here, but here we go. Kind of like going against GG. I'm going to move over here and focus down another guy. There's another one down. See, I'm slowly taking away. So each one that you take away is going to take away from their overall health pool, which means, oh, I was supposed to do master training there. I'm going to heal up Yoda right here, get some turn meter. I'm going to, again, target the stun Alpha, but it didn't happen. But at least this right here, he's got buff immunity. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of him. Get rid of him. Now, they were outmatched a little bit. Yeah, they're not going to last without Jolie. You do have your revive, one free revive with a JKR lead, though. Yeah, so that depends on a lot of that stuff. So Poggle has the ability block, so I don't remember what why that was, but I just couldn't afford the ability block on my guys. I made sure to shut him down. Like when you go into what's it called? Light side, dark side TB, when you go against the clones in those TBs, you actually use the Geonosians to your advantage by ability blocking all the AoEers. So that's why I target Poggle all the time too. But yeah, they ability block and it kills you. It's terrible. Alright. Now, I don't tend to use them versus Geonosians because my JKR team is not very offensive. I went for the JKR speed to stay ahead of the crowd. I'm at like 265, so nothing major, but it's a good speed. Honestly, I can't get any higher without putting a different kind of mod on them. I don't have the mods for it. No, it's not 100% effective. I mean, the same for the Jawas. The 100% to me, 99.9% is Jawas and Nest if they're geared right. You know what I mean? But if you're going to focus, don't focus Alpha unless Alpha's got an extremely low health pool. They spread their health and protection amongst each other. Every time that you go to shoot, they share their health. They share their health. So to me, you take out the lowest health and life and protection person, and then once you get him down, now they have less to share. Since they have less to share, they give out 20% of their health and protection under the Zeta or something like that. So they're getting a lot back each time. So by each one you take out, they get worse. If you take out Alpha, they're useless. But good luck taking out Alpha, especially with the Brute Taunton. That's why I didn't go direct focus right away either, because I see a lot of people do it, but I'll only do it if I know I can take one out personally. It's not a bad method, but you're not going to take from 100 to 0 in one direct focus, even before that direct focus goes up most of the time. With your Yoda, the way it's geared, you may be able to pull that off with all those assists. Mine won't. Mine won't. See somebody bouncing in and out, guys. Say hello. You guys got any questions, let me know. Wow, no donations needed. I think we filled this up already. I gotta get on this map and start putting the directions down. This is my TB to run. Thank God I don't have to put any directions the first day. I put all the directions down one day. Just get it out of the way. I got them all written down. I'm curious. Look at that guy. Look at all them donations. Look at this guy. Geos seem so OP at that level, low level, yeah. I think one person has it in GAC and the other doesn't. The former will win like 90%. Yeah, like I said, the Geonosians play 20k over their number. Seriously, I mean, The Night Sisters do too, for the most part. But if you know how to play them, or you got the right counter for them, they're really easy. But I guess the same could be said for the Geos. I'm just a big fan of the Geos because a lot of people still to this day don't know how to play them or play against them. Yeah, there are no good counters. Everybody's so focused on, oh screw it, I'll just use Treya. Oh screw it, I'll just use Treya. But they're not finding a better way to do it. Imagine what you can be doing with Treya in that trio if you weren't having to use Treya on the bugs. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons today. You guys saw I won easily because my Jawas were able to take out the bugs, and it left me a humongous bug team to absolutely annihilate somebody I had no business fighting. I mean, it gave me a sure shot win. If the Jawas don't win that, I'd probably still win, but I've been in other scenarios where that's paid off huge. You know what I mean? To me, it's such a tiny investment. A G12 scavenger, I understand. It could be a little bit of an investment, but as for G8 Jawas, I mean, who aren't you going to G8 anyway? If you don't want Jawas, don't get Jawas. But hey, good luck with the Geos, man. Dang, that's solid, dude. Especially at your level. You know? When I was first coming up with my main account, it was hard for me to give donations because I didn't have what they were asking for. And I didn't even care. I just gave them. I didn't know any better. But like, I don't give stun guns and I don't ask for stun guns. I think you yourself should be getting your own damn stun guns. Every single person needs them every single day. I don't always need stun guns. I don't always need, these other pieces. Whatever I'm focused on right now, I don't donate. And whatever, and typically I'm not focused on 4 characters, but because I'm after, I usually gear 2 characters. I'm after Skywalker. I am having to do these 4, but they're all stun gun, cuffs. They're like 4 different things that they all freaking require. So I'm not giving those 4 right now. Everything else is you want it, you get it. You know what I mean? Not necessarily, Karan. So that's going to come down to, first of all, look at his G8 history. It's a dead giveaway for where he uses the Geos. If he's going to use them on offense, you better be modded better and at least a couple K higher than him. Otherwise, manually, he's got the advantage. If you're modded better, you're faster, you could have the advantage unless he's high health, high offense. And then if he's going defense, you probably want to keep your Geos 2 scenarios: for offense to get through his, or for defense to make sure he can't get through you, depending on the power of the rest of his teams. So as you see, like, what did I do with this guy? One of my histories might show it. This is what I talk about strategy. Every opponent is different. Like this guy, he's got DR. I'm going to struggle. So I'm probably going to have to play defensive if I were to guess right off the bat. I was impressed he got through, but I knew he was going to be offensive. Or she. Okay, so this is a great example. Yesterday's DR couldn't get through it. Absolutely knew I wasn't getting through it. The odds of me getting through it, because 76,000 in a 3-man team is huge, especially for Darth Revan Malik. It's 2 of the best guys in the game. So what I had to do was focus a major defense here, and then I also take in counter that what are the Geos good at taking out. If I remember right, the first thing I look at for Geos, if they have Treya Trio, my Geos will not go on defense. Ever. Unless I'm laying a trap. And that's rare. If they've got Nest, I will not lay Ewoks on defense. I will not lay Phoenix on defense. If they've got Wampa, I will not lay Phoenix on defense. I don't make it easy, right? I'll find a way to use that guy on offense. So when you're talking about your specialized teams, I'm trying to think for Nest. I don't like putting Nest on defense unless I put her back here. I won't put her front row because certain people know how to stop her and some don't. But by the time they get back here, they don't have enough beef. They don't have enough beef to take her out. I hope that got the point across. I was in starter guilds, so pieces they asked for were lower levels from men. I don't share stun guns, and a few of droid crawlers not farmable from nodes. Yeah. And again, you know, be a good dude. Don't ask for stun guns if you're not giving them. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Anybody I've ever talked to has never said, well, that's fair. They never said it's not fair. You know, why are you being a dick? Why are you being tight? Well, I'm not asking for them. I'll give you anything else. You know, you want a purple probe, whatever you want, but I'm not giving you my stun guns. You know? Originally my thought on that was, okay, if I ask for stun guns and I give 4 stun guns and maybe another purple piece, it's equal. But it's like I'm only gaining 1 stun gun when I'm trying to get 5. You know? So what's the point? What's the point? Karan, I hope that helped, man. I mean, you can see it worked here. There's no way I'm getting by DR, so I got to shut him down. Let me look at Hans. On duo. Trying to remember. He had high-end Geonosians. So that was one reason I kept him on offense, because I was worried he's going to put him on D, and I'd have to tear through it with my Geonosians. Even though I got my Jawas. Yeah, that's good. I mean, you're going to, at some point, when you start leveling, it's only fair because you want your guild. Everybody should be helping everybody. I think this guy had Treya, but I think more than anything, I needed Nest for something else, so I was worried about the Jawas. I think I needed Nest to clear something else. Padme, maybe. Okay, he had a 7-star Treya. Now, I don't think this trio could take out my bugs, but maybe they get creative and throw Palpatine and Dooku in there, or maybe even, you know, whatever, and creates an issue for my bugs, and it can possibly take it down. If I see Treya, unless it's a really low Treya, I mean, she doesn't even have the Zeta, so I guess I really didn't have much to worry about. But I just keep them on offense. That's just plain and simple. I like to put my Geonosians on defense, if it makes sense. There's so many variables to it, though. Like, I was staring at the Negotiator, don't have the Negotiator, so I got to worry about getting through ships, too, you know what I mean? You're welcome. I would love to be able to say I could relay my strategy to everyone about GA, but it's literally impossible. There's a guy called Playbook on YouTube that did I recently found him. He basically did what I do for the most part, but he's in a much higher division. And he calls it the Playbook. He's got like I call the one the Bully. He's got different names for each one. The Wall, I call it the Wall. There's different things, and they're basically the same concept. I think I agree on about 85 to 90% of what he says. Not where I got my ideas. I've been doing this a long time, but I had considered reaching out to him. I just haven't yet. He's like 2,600. You know what I mean? So for me to reach out to him would be, I'd much rather he reach out to me. You know what I mean? Rather than asking for a handout. He's not big enough to where he's out of my range. You know what I mean? His collaborations are good, especially like for me and him, we have the same exact concept, the exact same thought process. So for me and him to work together would be amazing. Yeah, and if you don't have a GAC history, it becomes more complicated. That's when you got to go by his lineup. And I'm sure you've seen it before because you've watched all my videos. Just go into his stat screen, man. Go into his stat screen and make a prediction. What's this guy going to do? Oh, why did I keep clicking the wrong thing? Yeah, it'll definitely come with experience. I mean, you're going to lose Grand Arenas. It's going to happen. I lost tons of them because I wasn't experienced with it. But, you know, keep in mind that who said it today? Who said it today? Blew my mind. Blew my mind. A large content creator, no names, in their stream today said, man, I didn't realize, because he ended up winning. He said, I didn't realize that the points on the bottom make a difference. He says, I ended up winning this Grand Arena. I'm trying to remember how the setup was. I ended up winning this Grand Arena because I had these two won, and this one right here. I had a win here. And he went through here and had all wins except for one here. He said, I dominated this guy, beat him by so many points. You know what I mean? And I was like, I've been saying this forever. Come watch Fort Mort. You'd be even better at Grand Arena, dude. Yeah. So, it's about math. I mean, seriously, I just repeat it over and over. But 153 banners, 204 banners. These three are all the same in this division. Keep in mind, every division's different. They changed it up for 3v3. The rear isn't normally more, but this becomes even more potent in this Grand Arena. If you're not aiming for the bottom, you're a fool. An absolute fool. You're looking at, I'm just going to do an estimate, 460 points for a full clear, 660, so that's 860 just for these two. So if I go here, now keep in mind that was 860, 220, what was that, 3 teams? So that's 600, and if I get 2 wins here, 800, was that 920? So by doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get like 900, and then, but you've got to get through 3 areas. I only had to get through 3 here, 2 here to get 8 something. Now let's say I take out 2 more here, I'm in the thousands. So by him clearing all but 1 here and me clearing all but 1 here, I've beaten him by 2 battles. So basically, I can take 2 losses in my route, and you can take none, and I still beat you. Think about that concept. And that's what people don't see about Grand Arena. I'm a math guy. The numbers have always fascinated me. So that, and it's a simple concept. Where are we at? I'm just going to show you guys. Oh, so let's look at my opponent today. I haven't looked at him. I haven't looked him up. Need to get my research done on him. Okay. Oh, I am in love and hate at the same time. Look at that ship power. Mine's 1.68. So I'm going to predict he's only got 1 good team. Lifetime championship score. Interesting. That is really freaking low. Oh no, that's the wrong stat. I'm sorry. Where's his lifetime? No, that's the right stat. Holy moly, that's low. That's his lifetime banners. So let's do a comparison. 3.4. But we know I'm 3.8. He's 2.2, 1.2, and 78. 2.2, 1.2, and 78. So I'm 2.1. I'm a little lower there, and 400,000 higher in ships, and almost 200,000 more in banners. No, I thank you, Karan. I'm actually weird like that. Like I predicted a recession in March of 2020 a year and a half ago. I didn't know it was going to be the coronavirus. But history, the numbers, historically recessions, and it wasn't like it was a bold prediction. It was numbers, it was stats that said we're going to go into a recession. And it's funny how things work out that way. It's like when you're really desperate for money and all of a sudden somewhere you find it. You know what I mean? It just happens. Everything's in numbers. So let's look at my stats compared to his on promotions earned. I haven't missed one yet, so I'm at 29. How am I at 29? That doesn't make any sense. We're in round 1, right? Oh, because I just got promoted. Sorry, that's right. Because that last battle I got promoted. So we're good. I was like, that ain't right. Offensive battles won 552 to 309. So if you look at that, this tells you that this guy's a little bit more defensive historically than he is offensive, right? So you're going to be looking at some teams. This is just stands out to me. If it's less than half this number, he's going to be a little more offensive. If it's extremely lower in defensive, then he's going to be extremely offensive. The only time that it can be different is if he's got a DR team that he cock blocks one section all the time and you know it because it's a high DR team, it's going to be a false read. That's the only time. So if you have a DR, it's a little harder to predict this, although I've gotten it down pat now. Full rounds cleared, 59, 44, 293. Highest lifetime score, highest Kyber score. Yeah, right? Say that again, Dane. Championship honors earned. I don't know 100% what that is. Because it doesn't add up. It's not like I've done 140,000 worth of feats. I think that's... I don't know what that is. Unless that's final round banners only. That's which really doesn't help you in any manner. But anyway, excuse me. 59, 44, 293. Oh wow. What the hell? Now it explains it all. Full rounds cleared. He's only full cleared once. 100 Sky Squad win. 36 territory defeats. So this guy, when they say territory, you've got 4 territories, right? He's only ever taken out 36 of those historically. His best score earned was 270,000. Best chromium. How does he get chromium at 720 placement? So if I were to guess, this guy either never shows up or he just started playing Grand Arena. So he's going to have absolutely no history for me to look at. Maybe a week. 720 chromium. This is the weirdest one I've ever seen. Chromium is the second division. How in the world did he finish 720th at chromium? It makes no sense whatsoever. I've never seen one like this before. Really strange, guys. Really strange. But now here's the thing. This guy just got to the championship round of round 1. That means he's playing. He's not just setting a defense and walking away like I thought maybe he would do by his statistics, but he's already won 2 rounds. You don't win 2 rounds by not doing anything. So he's playing. So if I were to guess, this guy just said, hell with it, I'm going to go play Grand Arena and see how good I am. Which plays to my advantage, even though he's got DR, because he doesn't have a whole lot of experience with GA. Yeah, I'm going to check that right now. I just want to see his lineup right quick. Oh, I want to see his ships. So he's sitting 79, and this is an annoying team. Bosk with Thrawn is absolutely annoying, but I've got a heavy squad that can 2-3 shot anything. I've yet, knock on wood, lost to the Negotiator. I had to use 3 teams on one once. Always sort ships by power, guys. They're never in order. They're always, you can always tell what they're farming on ships, because that's their favorites right now. That's his favorites. So I know what his focus is, but it doesn't really help me. Sort by power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is his 42,000. That's weak. Really weak. I think my 8th ship is 53,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's... He's kind of balanced in the middle, but then his capital ship is... It's a G12, 51,000. That's pretty good. His capital ship's in good shape. And if you look at his capital ship, you can also tell where he's modded. Here and here. He's full. So it's a good ship. Got 1 Zeta. It's a good ship. Now, the other key that I look at, too, is Houndstooth is always a big... If he's got 2 Zetas, you're going to be really seeing a tanky-ass AFK arena. Yeah. That's so funny. I love that term. If he's got 2 Zetas, it's going to be a lot tankier. He's 55,000. It's not too bad. I've seen him up in the 60s. 67 when they get relicked. Looks like he will more than likely utilize all dark side, which is rare. 2, 3. And you can actually go in, and I do this sometimes, especially with ships. He's got 60k, 115, 120, 170, 222, 274, 75, 325, 327, 367, 368. So he got 408. This is a good solid squad. Now the question is, where does he put it, on offense or defense, right? He doesn't have very good statistics to tell me that. And I'm guessing this is his first ever grand... Ooh. I hate that it defaults back to the beginning. I'm guessing this is his first Grand Arena, honestly. So I don't have a whole lot of stats to go by. I know he only got through... He got 1 full clear. 1 undersize. 36 territories. So this is not his first. You can only get 4 territories per round, so he's done 8 this GA. So he's got 28 previously. Never full cleared before. I'm pretty positive he full cleared in this one. Really cute. Let's go ahead and look at his GA account. I doubt he's got any history, but we'll take a look. Very interesting. Oh, history. I usually have it. Oh, I'm on Safari. I need to go on Chrome. That's where all my history is. I'm moving back over to Safari, so I'll have some history going forward. But history. Where are you? Show full history. Mort Deuce. 871. Eight 7-1, 182, 317. Well, he's got one. We'll see if there's anything on it. We won't see this round, obviously. So he had 2 losses, probably never showed up. No, he attacked. So I have an idea what he likes to use. Small one, but I have an idea. He's not good with Geonosians. Good to know. JTR would be the only one worthwhile, but I don't know how high his team is. She can beat Geonosians, but it's very tough. She likes to use the typical bounty hunter JTR, so I'll keep that in mind. He had 2 people not even show up, so he had free wins. He lost this one. He's got Geonosians. He used them against OR. That's a sad case. And of course, he puts his DR on defense, and I have a little bit of history of what he likes to put here. And people are habitual. The ones that aren't serious, like this guy, I've been willing to bet he'll stick with that historically. Let's go back. Oh, let's go back one more. So it looks to me like he's a show or no show guy. I'm going to guess he's going to show because he's gotten 2 wins. If I were to take a wild stab, he's one of them guys that doesn't show up after a loss. You know what I mean? Okay, again, we went back one more week. JTR against Bounty Hunters as usual. Palpatine beating the Night Sisters. So while he has the DR that I haven't looked at the size of it, probably can't get through, he doesn't know what standard teams to play. We got clones, CLS against JTR, OR lost to Jedi, and Maul over the Jedi. So he knows, well, that's Maul, Grievous, Savage, Thrawn, and Wampa. He's got Wampa. That surprises me. He must have started just 2 last Grand Arena because he's showing up. And again, nobody attacked him. That's the 3rd out of 4. This guy did nothing against him. Yeah, he did try the DR, but failed. Impressively beat the Phoenix with Night Sisters. They're a good counter if they're the right level. BTR. JKR lost against theirs, but they did have GK on that team. And the other keynote to this too, look at this, guys, the ones that are left anyway. I think Karan's still out there, Dane's AFK. He is 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 6:55 a.m., so he doesn't wait till last minute. So that's good for me, because why? Everybody knows, say it. Because I can wait him out and then know what I got to do to get the majority of the amount of points. The other thing I can tell if he's got attackers but they don't do well against him sometimes you can tell if they're guarding ships, which I'm hoping that this guy guards his ships knowing that they're weak and takes his good team in and uses DR to block that ship area, because if he does, I get free reign to the bottom area and I get a win, probably automatic, honestly, because I'll make sure to guard that bottom area well versus the teams he uses. So he uses JTR, so I'm going to use somebody that plays well. I typically use my boss there, but what I'll probably end up doing is putting my boss on offense or in the rear because his JTR will be burned. Look what we got here, right? He mollywopped the bugs. Guess where the bugs are going? Offense. The only time I would actually put Bosk out there for him to actually take a shot at him is if it's a trap and I want him to go there. And I'll sacrifice that team. But I try not to do it. OR versus Padme, bad play. That wasn't going to win in any day and age. Palpatine versus Ewoks, unless that's an undersize, I don't understand that at all. So he doesn't look skilled. So we got that going for us anyway. Not to say that I'm going to get a win, but I like my odds. And actually, I can tell you right now, here's another thing I started doing. I just figured this out yesterday. And again, you guys don't have to go this far. I'm just anal about my GAC. If you go in after 4 o'clock, I didn't do it today. I gotta go back one. Especially in the first round. Or actually, any round, because it doesn't really change. Wrong way. So leaderboard. No, not leaderboard. What am I doing? Beats, enter. Oh, sorry. Event rewards, and you go down the list and see these guys are here, right? I'm gonna compare his points. He's got 6,915. I've got a sheet. Let me pull it up. Oh, what sheet did you put it on, Mort? PA sheet. Alright, so Undies in the first round got 37.89. So after the first round, I went in and checked. He had 37.89. I had 38.26. That first round, I did not full clear. I had one section open still. So that's going to be the same with him. He didn't get through to the back. I think you were eligible for 5,600. So he only got halfway through. So he's gone up 3,100 points. So again, he got a win without a full clear, unless he hasn't placed his defense yet. If he hasn't placed his defense, he can go up another 900. So my sheet says he's at 38, so he's up 3,100 right now from that. So he didn't full clear that one either. And I also meant to write down who he went against. He had to beat... Who did he beat? Nutcracker or Shamanchi, I think. I beat Osteroth. Oh, I can go back and look, actually. I think. Maybe not. So I need to start writing that down, too, who they played. But you can get an idea if he only scores... Or if his opponent only scores so many points. I should have wrote down who his opponent was. I can take them scores and figure out how many points they scored if I really want to dig in deep. And I can tell if he places them on defense. Thank God he's on GG, and I know he places it on D, so... Alright, well, I'm rambling, and I got dailies to do, guys. I'm going to cut this off. I appreciate you guys checking in. Didn't mean for it to go this long, but you guys are asking questions, so I'm there to answer them. 30-second delay. I'm not even going to wait for it. I got things to do. I appreciate you guys. If you want to get a hold of me, get a hold of me in Discord. In the meantime, you guys are awesome. Have a good day.